Warning: this show contains content and language some may find offensive. It is intended for mature audiences only. If you are easily offended, do not like to hear explicit language, or just have a whack and horrible sense of humor, you should probably stop watching right now. If you are still here, it means you are awesome and want to have a good time with us. If that's the case, we salute you. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where is it? Why haven't they found it?
Veruca, sweetheart, I'm not a magician. Give me time.
I want it now. What's the matter with those twats down there?
Yeah, what's good? What is good? It's the Just Being Frank show. I'm your motherfucking host, Frank Marvici. That's me, the host. Then we got the co-host. It's Almighty L.
What's up?
Then we got another one that's kind of, by extension, become a co-host. We got Nate.
That's right. Don't you forget it. Okay.
And then we got a special motherfucking guest in the house. We got Mr. How You Want It.
Yes, sir. All right.
Mr. Como tu lo quiere.
Yeah.
What's up?
Now, glad to have you on, man.
Happy to be here, man. It's an honor, man.
That's what it is, man. And I like the fact that you come over and you don't just come over, like you show them what your shit's about.
I come bearing gifts.
Yeah. You know,
come bearing gifts.
I wanted to say before we get started, I just make sure you give us a thumbs up, smash that like button or whatever the fuck the kids say. Share, follow, turn on notifications.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, go to marvicimedia.com. We got the links to everything right there. Make sure you just do that shit.
Shout outs to Slime.
Yeah, what up, Slime?
Hey, ball, no, you already know.
But yeah, so actually, hold on, let me just put this on. So you're one of the first, like, not the only person, because there's been a couple that like has really come over and like shown what the fuck you about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's like in the famous words of my guy Frank Nino, we don't talk shit, we show shit.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So yeah, I am showing what we do, showing what we about. You know what I mean?
Now, mind you, I'm not saying it's a requirement. You know what I'm saying? We're honored to have anybody over on the show.
Right.
But you know, there's levels to this shit.
Exactly, man. You know, sometimes people just be talking like making stuff up and you never see none of their progress, you know what I mean?
Right.
For real. People be jogging in place like the hamster wheel.
Is that mic on?
That's why I asked you. I don't know. You can't hear me?
Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me?
You got to be a little closer with them because I have them so they don't pick up background noise. You know what I'm saying?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Clearly.
Yeah, people be jogging in place like the hamster wheel, man. Confuse emotion with progress, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just be talking and really not doing nothing. So here we are showing what we do, what we about, man.
Hell yeah.
And you're out in the scene, man, whether it's one thing or another. You know, you realize like a lot of cats talk
Yes, sir.
about what they trying to do or what they're doing, but
Yep.
you don't necessarily ever see results.
Nah, man. I got guys coming up to me like, yo, man, I be rapping, da-da-da. I'm like, all right, let me get a CD. Let me get a link. Oh, I don't got, let me just spit for you. I'm like, all right, well, you know, you can, but I'm not getting that full effect. You know what I'm saying? Not getting that full effect. You can do that. You know what I mean? A lot of guys be like, yo, I do this, I do that. All right, let me get your business card.
No.
Don't have nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just talking, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I've always tried, like when I was seriously grinding, to always have something I can show you one way or another, whether it's a YouTube video, you know.
Yeah, I might be dating myself when I say business cards, though, right? It's all digital. So
Nah, he got them on deck.
Oh, you do?
I got. Oh yeah.
Okay. Because a lot of people got, I just take my social media.
Yeah,
Follow me on IG. So I guess that's the new business card nowadays.
Yeah.
But it's good to have hard copies, you know what I mean? Tangible copies, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, that's definitely most certainly. I mean, I don't even think about it because I still am in my day business. I have them as well.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So I always just assume everybody says
Which
business
allows
cards.
you to just pass them away. You know what I mean?
I try not to give my business cards
For
out
real?
for my day job though.
Why not? It's still showing you that you a boss.
yeah, what's the purpose?
Because then I get boggled down
Solicited?
with more people. I'm trying to delegate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all handled the people. Like if they're taking my business card and if they're calling me, it's generally because you didn't do your job. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, I'm talking about in your day to day.
Yeah.
Versus actually handing it out for what it actually is, but almost like, yo, this is Marvici.
Yeah.
Hold this down.
Yeah.
So what is your actual day job like?
I'm a sales manager for a dealership.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a nick for selling. You know what I mean? If it wasn't selling, it was robbing. So I was more of a thief.
Sounds like a car salesman. Low blow.
No,
man.
he
Low
made the
blow.
connection. That's good.
Wow.
That sounds like a niggalation.
But this right here is like in your DNA though. Like even like it's you're cut from that cloth, and the team
No
you come
pun-
from, and the
no
team
pun
you're
intended.
around. Like you guys are all go getters.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. That's what it's. That's coined the phrase, making moves, move makers, and all that, because we're all doing some type of movement and moving forward on whatever our project is, whatever we think about. We try to make it come to fruition, man. For real, manifestation. All of that type of stuff.
Before we go further,
True indeed. What? Oh, you playing?
Do your socks say manifestation?
Nah, him and my man
new.
Leg, they've been. I do the socks. He been doing the socks, and I do the kicks. So Leg, who's not here right now, he came in some Travis Scott's last time. So I'm like, yo, they're trying to stunt on me. So I'm
So-
like, dude.
So
like,
I was-
Yeah,
I didn't even-
You're a sneakerhead.
But I
know
didn't
that.
even get dressed. Like I be chilling now. Now I used to get dressed for the pod. Now I just be.
You're a sneakerhead.
I'm
You're
not-
a sockhead. You do the socks.
so I do. Yeah, I would say like little nuances like that. You know what I mean?
I got a little flex right here. I got a little flex for y'all.
There you
Hold
go.
on. For the sneakerhead. My move maker sneakers.
Oh, stop playing.
That's what they say.
Oh, this guy, yo.
Say move makers on there. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
OFD on the side. That's like my neighborhood.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you know. I had
Okay.
a little slight flex, man.
So speaking of that, tell us how you started. Like I know you, but there's still things that I don't know your beginnings, your humble beginnings, and I do know about DNA.
Oh.
So you're not gonna just try to bypass that. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
I'm around. We from the town.
All right, so I mean, where you want me to start at? I mean, it's
What made
it's a
you
long
want to
ass
do it?
story, man.
High school.
What just
High
made you
school.
want
All
to do
right, so I went to high school in Central. Got kicked out of there. Graduated from Bridge Academy with all the pregnant women. Shout out to Bridge Academy. Shout out to all the pregnant women that was still in high school. You know what I'm saying? Single moms out there.
That sounds like a place where they be fucking.
The bridge.
Bridge. But anyway, yeah, went there. Graduated from there. I grew up in Reed Village projects on Bay Street, and then kind of, you know, when I stepped off the porch, I was down on Bay Street. Down at Bay State Pizza, Bay and Brown, hustling and shit off the porch. That's why you see the Profit for Profit hats. I got the Bay State Pizza shop on the side.
That's all. Stop
You know what I'm
playing.
saying? Don't worry about
The
it.
cheese fries.
Reed Village niggas, that's coming next. The cheese fries, and I got some stuff for my Reed Village guys too coming out. So shout out to the VI Double.
That's dope.
But yeah, so started there, was hustling, shit like that. Then me and my cousin and one of my other mans got into a music group. We started rapping. It started off as Money and Murder. Then one of the guys left, and it just was me and my cousin. And we were same blood, same DNA. That's how we came up with the name DNA. Me and my cousin D-Mass. Shout out to D-Mass. He's down in Oklahoma right now. That's where he lives. Did that. So what we was doing when we was rapping, right? We was making our own T-shirts for like the shows we was going to. Like when we perform and shit like that, like around the neighborhood, around Springfield, we was pressing up our own tees. And a lot of other guys, local rappers, was like, damn, where y'all getting them shirts from? We was really literally just ironing our shits on. You know what I mean? But it was coming out dope. And we looked, like how you said, we brought stuff to like we looked real uniform. We had all our props and everything when we came out. So we got so many requests. I think 1 week we made some shirts with all the street signs on it from around the neighborhood, all around Springfield.
Oh, shit.
So different blocks was like buying they shit with their street name on it.
Stop playing.
So then this one guy named Los, he hit me up like, yo, I think he hit D-Mass up. So I need like 100 of them shirts with the street sign on them. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say the street sign.
Yeah, right. We
I'm not
already
going to
know.
say that, you know what I'm saying? But he said, I need like 100 of those. And so that's when D-Mass like, yo, we got to open a store, man. So we opened a store in Indian Orchard. Indian Orchard wasn't doing too great. So we migrated down to State Street. That's where I met Nino. Actually, Frank Nino helped me get that store. He had Scope Spot 2 on State Street. And he knew the landlord. It used to be the rec shop on State Street.
Yeah, that was my spot.
Yeah, so he knew the landlord there, and got me the spot. Pretty much helped me get the spot. You know what I mean? Put in a good word for me. Got me the spot. So at the same time, I was working at the hospital. Like during this time, I was working at the hospital. So my cousins and them was running the store. They had other things going on. They had to kind of go their separate ways. We kind of all separated. I had a hard time running the store by myself. I ended up quitting my job to run the store. Then me and Nino had the idea to come together because he was like 2 stores down. It was like, it don't make sense for us to both be paying this high-ass rent. We can combine, you know what I'm saying? So we ended up combining, and that's how, the rest is history. He already had Making Moves Entertainment, you know what I mean? He's already managing Blacksmith at the time. He had Cheeks. He had a couple other guys under his belt. And like I said, we combined, we joined forces. I was making shirts. Like every time like a celebrity come to town or everywhere we go, I would make sure I made shirts for the team. I made shirts for that celebrity, and it just domino effect from there, like snowball from there.
That's a good move, though.
Yeah.
Now,
That was a wise move.
How old were you when you got the store with Frank Nino?
So, when I started, the first store was in 05. I would say me and Nino got together maybe 08, 09. Nino's better with timelines, and I might be wrong. He might yell at me about this, but I would say maybe 09, 08, 09 probably. That's when, so how old was I then? 29, I think.
Nah, you were 29?
I'm 44 right now. So
You are?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing well, man.
Yeah, they say black don't crack unless you smoke it.
Yo, you got to relax.
It's another niggalation for y'all.
But that's dope as hell. Like, so, you know, I'm privy to some of the guys that you've been able to put some of your creations on.
Yeah, man.
Shout some of those guys out. Some of that work that you put in.
did some big work for Busta Rhymes. He, it made his video. Did some work for Nas, Jim Jones, whole Dipset. I actually had a merchandising deal with Cameron for about a year.
I give that a round of applause.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you. Had a merchandising deal with Cameron. We went on tour with Cam. He wore a couple of the things in his movie, Percentage. Rick Ross, Khaled, Jeezy. That's just the name of it. Then all the porn stars. We made stuff for all the porn stars.
The name of
Yeah.
So let me.
Pinky when before she became Thumb.
No,
What?
he said before she became dumb.
Pinky
Before
big as
she
hell
was
right
big
now.
toe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she fat as hell right now. But
That shit crazy.
He said before she was dumb.
You were able to,
hold on. This is a two-part question I got for you, right?
All right, go ahead.
When it comes to designing shit or whatever, just like whatever it is that you're creating, right?
Yeah.
What's like your number one influence, right? And then from there, what is something that you see you hate so much that it influences you to do what you do because you think, whatever it is.
Well, that's a good question. My number one influence, I would say, is I will not make anything that I would not wear. So I guess I've influenced me. Like, I mean, I call myself a pretty stylish dude. I know today I'm kind of dressed down, but when I put it together, I put it together. And if it's not something I will wear, I won't let my customers wear it. So, I mean, obviously hip hop culture influences me. You know what I mean? I'm from the golden era of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So this new stuff is kind of for me, but I try to incorporate it, and then, you know what I mean?
I got to say, before you answer the second part of that question, I got to say, I was listening to a review show the other night. Shout out to Rich House, right? And I was watching the reviews, and some of the songs were just such doo-doo. Like, I'm never trying to shit on people, you know what I mean? If you feel creativity, do you know what I'm saying? Not everything's also for me. I've come to realize that, throughout my old age as well. I'm not quite as old as you, but now I'm about to be 42, so I'm up there. Listen, real chalk don't crack either, motherfucker.
Heard you. I was waiting for that.
Chalk is crazy.
But where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, so I was listening to some of these young cats though. And I'm like, that. If we were to back in the day hear you rhyme like that, you probably would get smacked.
Yeah,
like someone would punch you in the eye.
It's some of them. A lot of them are growing on me. You know what I'm saying? It's just what I'm saying. Like as far as style goes, is I wouldn't wear that shit. Like some of that stuff that they're wearing, I just can't see myself in it. Maybe because how old I am. Maybe I'm a little chubby for it. I don't know, but I just can't.
Like,
see
give us an
myself wearing a lot of
example.
shit.
Like what? Like you talking about like the purses and all that stuff?
Yeah, well, especially that. I can't do that. I can't get with that. You know what's crazy though? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy right now. So back in the day, the baggy era was, in the 90s era, we used baggy as hell. Then everybody started wearing their size. Now baggy's coming back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really can't see myself going that big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't like rocking baggy shit anymore.
I do both.
Yeah, I could do it in between,
Yeah.
but I can't do too crazy. Like I've been seeing like some oversized.
I feel like
stuff
when
that-
I'm wearing baggier jeans, it's either like dad jeans now. You know what I'm saying?
But now they're like making them.
or I
big.
feel dated.
So like I've bought a few pieces that are like it's called oversized.
Right.
So they're actually it's cut and sewn to be oversized versus you just getting something that's too big.
Right.
So you still make it look good.
Yeah.
But
So that was my thing where I was saying I'm a little chubby. So sometimes I get an oversized shirt. I'm short too, so it's gonna make me look a little wider.
Got
you know
you.
what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess it's just a
So that's one of those
subconscious
things. Well, fine tune it. I was talking to one of my guys the other day that I work with, and he wants to wear baggy clothes, and I'm like, he can't find nothing,
Yeah,
so he
so-
wants to come out with a clothing line just because.
Because he wants to wear. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you just gotta neaten up.
Yeah, probably have to start catering to the masses. Huh?
Yeah, like I mean,
Well, that's why I got into accessories, hats and belts.
Right,
do
right.
Sunglasses.
when I seen you come out
coming
with the
a-
belts, I'm like, this nigga.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm copping that red one.
Yeah, we're coming out with a wine, things that you know what I mean.
Yo,
Things
I'm about
that-
to knock you out. Yo, you're not
Yeah,
doing
things-
this. You're not
yes,
coming over
yes,
here.
I'll show you the bottle.
No, I
got my
believe
phone.
you.
Oh,
But we can't just
I wish
keep
I could show the
doing
people
this.
the bottle. I probably could show the people somehow, but yeah,
Yo.
coming out with a wine. That stuff that doesn't age is timeless. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So like I said, belts and hats, and wine. Can wear those year round.
It's-
You don't have to have multiple sizes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's
So you think fashion is gonna go full circle? Like, you know,
He-
back,
well,
back
It's
in like,
it's always ever changing.
that's what I'm saying. Just
But
happened. I think
like
just happened.
because you know like they're bringing back baggy,
Right.
You know, and then they had their eras of style.
But this isn't new though. Look at bell bottom jeans.
That's what I was about to
That's
say.
what I'm
Stack.
saying. Out now.
They call them stack.
Yeah,
They call them
right.
stack
Yeah,
denim,
yeah.
but
so
that's
it's
bell
going
bottoms.
full circle. So like you think eventually we're gonna go 20, 30 years in the future and men are gonna be wearing suits again like they were back in the day.
Probably. I mean,
I think
But,
men
I mean-
wear suits now.
Yeah.
men
But I
wear
mean,
It's
suits.
like-
still.
I mean,
it's
like,
still
just
actually
under-
not anymore.
undergo.
Luckily,
I
but,
put a suit on, but not every day.
That's what I mean.
No, but
Like,
at the end of the
still
day,
go
though,
right
like
back
I
to-
think it's still you might have had like everybody trying to wear them more back in the day as a sign of status, but the people that should be wearing suits are still wearing suits.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You talking about the zoot suits? Like,
Zoot suits are fire.
Yeah.
But they're fire though. With a little derby, it's a wrap.
Steve Harvey style.
He said, "What'd you say? It rode you."
That's how people just used to wear them, just dress
Jumping and
up.
jiving.
So when what was that your state of mind? That was your like basically what inspired you to get into the belts was just looking for something that would live on through time.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you know, the clothing thing is dope, man, but it's hard. Like, so, we go through it all the time. We go to events. We have to keep up with the sizes.
Nah, I got
you.
you,
Don't got it in
Shamall.
that color.
Told you
got
we
it.
was supposed to have been collab,
it
and
be-
this idea I got has exactly if trust me, you're gonna be like, nigga, that's it.
You got one size fit all stuff.
It's not even that.
Oh.
It's not even that. It's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it can't go out of style.
All right, so yeah, let's chop it up
All
off,
right.
off the camera about that one because, yeah, like so that was a headache to me. Like I still got boxes of shit that hasn't sold because nobody wants that size or that color is out or.
If y'all want
something
some digital marketing, let me know. I do freelance.
Now he wants to.
I'm just saying, I do freelance
to
in
make
marketing.
websites and all that and shit.
I mean,
He
yeah,
can.
I can get it done. I may not do it myself personally, but I can get it done.
Okay.
And then with marketing, like it's, I have like gems that you could do.
All right, that's
Like,
good to know.
One of the biggest things, like I've seen someone else do, just like a little thing. So what they wanted to do wasn't necessarily what got them going.
Yeah.
They came up with some dope T-shirts, but they made sure their website was on every single shirt.
Yeah.
And they went to a huge event, just gave out like fucking 200
Well,
of
that's,
them.
that's a business card, pretty much. Like a lot of people do the QR codes on the shirts now too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
he's way across the room wearing his shirt. You can scan it and get his website.
Yeah.
Off the QR code.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Off the back
Smart.
of the shirt. Yeah.
It's stupid.
Actually create those too.
Create QR codes.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like little things like that a lot of people don't really think about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That really.
Yeah, that's the techie, the age of the techie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, what are some of the challenges you face with, whether it's competition or just the naysayers or whatever? Like, how do you persevere
lot
through
of-
that?
A lot of, well, as far as the naysayers go, man, you got to block them out and have your own vision, man, tunnel vision, and just go full on straight ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have a bunch of naysayers. It be your own people. It be your own people in your own circle that tell you ain't going to be able to do that. You can't do that.
Right.
Like, take that energy just to prove them wrong.
Right.
Do it. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much that. As far as the competition, you got to outthink. So that's why I said I move with is everybody. The whole clothing industry is so saturated.
Right.
There's nobody doing like accessories. I mean, there are people doing accessories, but not on like the scale that I'm on, like locally. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be larger than this, obviously, but
Yeah, a guy that's got fucking wine coming out and got belts is
yes,
pretty.
but there's no people.
Online stores, man.
And when you said he does the socks, that's why I was like,
No, he don't make socks.
No, I know.
Oh.
That's what I thought you had
started
said at first. Yeah, I
Yeah,
started
yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
There's my guy Leonard with Upscale Socks. Those is hard. Like, I started to wear his socks today. You gotta check out his website.
He's
Upscale.
local?
Yeah.
Oh, I
He
gotta
got
get
the
him on the
socks with
show.
Springfield skyline on them and all that.
Really?
shit.
Yeah, I was wondering whose
Fire.
feet were kicking.
Fire. Fire. Yeah.
We gotta get him on the show.
Yeah, you should, man.
So like with the whole belt, so real leather, everything is like.
Yeah, everything's real leather.
Did you are you able to choose the type of leather?
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
want?
I mean, like less than going out there doing it.
Yeah.
I was able to, they sent me some swatches and stuff like that, but pretty much.
Do you now currently have like a website or like a way?
No, I don't. That's where I'm slacking at. I mean, I have a website for profit for my vending machine company. But as far as the clothing, no, I don't. And
Yeah, there's ways of getting shit up easy.
yeah, that's the thing.
Super easy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a lot of social media. I mean, we have Move Makers Gear on IG, and you can get a lot of the gear. You see all the gear up there. A lot of women, female clothing up there. Female support.
So like so for those that don't know, like you and Frank are staples of Springfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That's flattering, by the way. I mean,
Nah, y'all are staples. Like I
would say
actually,
more Frank than me, but
Nah, both of y'all are staples.
All right,
In
as much as I am,
in your own
they're talking about
respective
Dino.
rights.
I appreciate
You know what
that.
I mean?
Yeah.
So with that
Shout
being
out,
said, what a lot of people don't know unless they actually know you guys
Yeah.
is although you guys boast and you make it look a certain way, they're actually you guys are two of the most humble guys and
yeah.
willing to help those that you see that are willing to win.
Yeah, no
You know what
doubt,
I mean?
no doubt,
Y'all don't
no
help
doubt.
nobody that's bullshit.
Right,
They'll help the
yeah.
ones that they see
Gotta
like are
help them.
putting
You
in the
only
work.
can help those that want to help themselves, man. You can't just go out of your way trying to. You can bring people to the water. You can't make them drink, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what we do. You know what I mean?
When I was doing my hats, for those that don't know, you guys don't even know this, but when I was doing my hats, they were two of the guys that brought me in, took me with them, was going to different states,
Yep.
bringing me behind stage,
Yep.
connecting me with the artists to pass the hats off.
Yeah, where do we go? We had Met the Redman at one point.
Met
You
the
come-
Redman,
Yeah.
French Montana.
Yeah,
I can go on and on,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, I remember that.
Styles P.
Yep.
This guy actually, like, Shamall's a real one. Nah, seriously, like that's not even no bullshit. I was out in the park, the parking lot. Like I got tired of trying to wait for this and that, cause it's a hustle.
Yep.
So I got tired. I'm fucking grab my hats. I'm like, I'm about to go to the parking lot and grab my hats. I'm by myself. Now I came with a team. I came with all of them. This nigga waits. He's like, yo, I've been looking for you. Comes out to the parking lot. This nigga walked around looking for me, came and got me just to bring me back there to make sure that I got the hat to Styles. Like he could have been back there smoking, doing whatever he wanted to do.
Probably what I would have done.
But this nigga was.
They'd be like, "Where's this dude?" I'm like, "Oh,
Nah, he came looking for me. I always respect. I was like, yo, that's my guy. Like,
that song, I don't even remember that. And,
Yeah, that was
for me,
some real-
for that
You know
to-
what's fucked up though? Oh, I'm gonna cut you off. It's just that I always think that you are exactly where you want to be.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no. If he's somewhere, he's.
I
he
thought
means
I
to
was where I
purposely
needed to be, cause I'm like, yo, I'm not like I don't like riding waves, right?
Yeah.
So I know I came there with them. They got me there. I'm not gonna keep like, yo, what are we? So I'm just doing my own thing. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get my own hustle. So I went back to the car, and he comes out and this is a concert event. Who knows where I'm at?
Right.
But he came out to the parking lot. He was like, yo, where you at? Where you been? I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get these hats. He's like, nah, we back here. Come. So boom, went with him. Boo, 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 boo. Next thing you know, we're back there with Styles. Keep in mind, it doesn't stop there. So I'm back there with the hats. He's like, yo, give him the hat. I'm like, nah. He was like, man, stop playing. Give him the hat. I'm like, nah. So Styles is like taking pictures. I'm like, I don't want no pictures and all that. I'm not trying to do all that. He was like, yo, Styles, yo, my brother's right here. He got his hats. He's just trying to connect with you, whatever. He was like, nigga, come over here. Just like that. That's what Styles did. It's like, come over here. I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to do all that. He was like, nah, come over here. So I gifted him the hat or whatever the case. We went on stage with the nigga. Smoked to how high with the nigga on stage. All because of this nigga.
That's what's
You know what
up.
I mean? Well, in conjunction with Nino. Because
Right.
Nino, boom.
Yeah.
And then, but he was the one that came and made sure that I established that shit. So that's some shit that I always
that's what it
respect.
is.
Yeah, that's just, that's something that I've been a genuine person. So, like I said, I didn't remember that. So for
Nah,
that to-
that's important.
for that
That's pivotal for me.
Yeah, but to say for that to be on your brain or whatever, like that means that I affected your career, affected your life.
No, but that's why I'm willing to help
That's
share
dope.
this idea with you.
It's dope though. That's one of the things.
It's time to pay it back, pay it forward.
That's one of the
Appreciate
things I used to love about putting shows together. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a chance that allowed me to keep in touch, build relationships,
Yeah.
look out. I got looked out for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's dope to be able to bridge, build on different whatever level it is that you're building on. But to make sure that you got someone that's genuine like that would actually make sure someone got the worth out of the reason why they're even visiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's almost like you come with me. I'm gonna make sure you get your trip worth.
You
They're
already-
already back there.
Yeah.
Like you got to go through hoops and hurdles to get to where they're at.
Yep.
And he left that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where's this nigga Lance at?
Yeah, you just got to be really outgoing. Man.
Yeah, the
can't be an introvert.
I was gonna say the only other way to really
I'm introverted as that.
Yeah.
the only other way to get into that scenario is if you write in with the main act.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times,
I've done that too.
I've
like
done
we've done that.
I've done that too.
Jesus.
Or Nino will tell you like, yo, just follow me. Don't
Yeah.
like and
Don't
you just
stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Just keep moving.
No, if somebody call you, ignore them. Keep walking.
It's crazy though when you do certain things. I'm sure y'all can attest. Like when you're chilling on fucking a multi-million-dollar tour bus.
Yeah.
And like you're just like what? Like hitting a fucking button, a door opens. You're like, yo, this is I'm in the big time.
Yeah, one of those moments like that where I was like, it was crazy. Was when we had Beanie Siegel in my store.
That's what's
He's
up.
like one of my favorite rappers. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So, like, he came to the store and chilled. He was just chill. He was on my computer, just walking around my store, chilling and
That's
shit. You know what
dope.
I'm saying? So, that now he's not really as famous as he was back then. This is when he was platinum though.
Right.
Like he was on State Street in the store, walking around the store. I thought that. I was
And
kinda-
Beanie
I was
definitely
kinda
had his
starstruck.
moment.
And
Yeah, he's a platinum artist.
y'all brought me VIP with that too. That was before hats.
Yep.
Y'all slid me right into VIP. I'm chilling. Beanie's right here.
Yeah.
I mean, he worried about the shorties, but he right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I met like a lot of pretty big underground artists. You know what I'm saying? I think the biggest I probably met was Meth and Red. But
I met them. I actually met
band
them.
wise is where I've been to some of the biggest shits. We're backstage at stadiums and shit.
Yeah.
A couple of times, and that shit's just fucking crazy. It's all
When we was on tour with Cameron. We met a lot of people. Yeah,
No.
we had Macy Gray,
that's dope.
Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother, Omar Gooden.
I was about to say the other Gooden.
Yeah, Gooden, Omar Gooden. It didn't come to me right away, but yeah, we met him. Like them dudes is cool as hell. I mean, Macy Gray was DJing.
Yeah.
I didn't know she could DJ. She was scratching, doing some crazy shit. Like, yeah, that shit was dope.
That's
man.
wild.
Yeah, she just did Training Day. You know what I mean? And she was in the movie with Cam. So we was on the movie set, all kind of shit, man. So that was pretty dope.
So you just said two big moments. Are those your biggest moments? The Beanie Siegel walking around the store.
What's up, everybody in the
those
chat?
are- those
Just wanna say
are-
what's up.
Those are pretty big moments, yeah.
Not switching.
Another one with seeing Busta Rhymes wear my stuff in this video. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah, that must have been wild.
Yeah, I ain't expecting to do that.
And y'all brought a lot of like big names to State Street.
Yeah, oh yeah, Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meek
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
big names to
We
State
had
Street.
Meek on State Street. We had
Nicki,
French
right? Didn't you have
Yep,
Nicki?
we had Nicki Minaj. We had French Montana walking through the reggae festival
Okay.
in Blunt Park.
Okay. I didn't.
Obviously Max B.
Yeah.
He's getting out soon.
Yeah, supposedly. I don't know when.
That's what they're saying.
Saying he ratted too, so I don't know. I don't know. That's a topic that I don't.
Well, wasn't he
I'm no
in
longer
on
in
it?
that
Like, what
life,
did
so
he-
I don't know. I'm a civilian. Not saying that I'm ratting. I would never rat, but
Yeah, it's not your business.
not
is
my
what you-
business either. Yeah, I'm staying out of that.
So you spoke about your biggest moments. What's two moments, that you could go back and relive? And then what's a moment you go back and just wouldn't want to do that again?
Well, the moment I could go back and relive, and y'all gonna laugh at me, has nothing to do with my business and nothing like that. It's just I'm a big fan of this girl. When I met Mary J. Blige and I was able to have a conversation.
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope as hell.
and I had her smiling and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I felt like I could imagine.
This guy,
So-
he got
so-
the belt. He's got Mary J. smiling. Like,
So
You about to bring
I
some
needed
wine
like
next.
yeah.
He was like, no more drama.
Yeah, she has a wine too, so that's why I was at her wine tasting.
Okay.
My uncle hooked me up, but yeah, that was one of my biggest moments in my like. I was like, yeah, I
He
needed
was
5
like-
more minutes.
he was like,
blushing.
I needed 5 more minutes. I
Mary
bag my
J.
girl, man.
You see-
I'm a big Mary J fan.
see,
Everybody
Conway gave her his chain.
knows. Yeah, man, I was hating.
Yeah.
Man, the fuck?
I'd be honest with you. I'd be blushing too if I met Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, man, she's a sweetheart too.
That's dope as hell.
So she's definitely like as big as she is. She's definitely still humble.
Yeah, she was cool.
As far in the game.
You met her
as she's
too?
got.
She was cool.
No, I wish. The only person I ever
Say,
met.
talking like you know.
The biggest name I met was Lupe, and that guy was a fucking dick.
Was he?
Lupe looked like he would be a dick. Like no diss to Lupe, but he just seems like he like he don't want to be bothered.
You just can't have a conversation with him.
Bus is a dick too.
I heard that.
Bus is an asshole.
Yeah,
And,
like you can't have a
He
conversation
seemed like
with
the
him.
funniest dude on his music and all that shit, but he's like mad mean and shit. Like,
he's like,
damn, bro. That's why I was surprised that I saw the outfit in the video. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
I
that's
guess it was
wild.
just something he couldn't deny. That happened through Spliff Star. Actually, I met Spliff Star.
I heard he's cool as hell.
Cool as hell, man. And remember me a couple years later after I seen him again. Remember me like, yo, what up, no? Da-da-da. And then, Spliff Star hooked that up. He was like, yo, just make us some shit for the video. We got to be able to do this video shoot. Make me something for that. I'm like, all right. He said, I don't know if Busta gonna wear it, but we're gonna try to make it happen. And they wore it.
That's dope as hell.
It was for the A-Rab Money song.
Wow, that's crazy, actually.
Yeah, that was one of his big hits too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey Nadine.
Now,
Nadine Moody.
yeah.
Hey Pamela.
That's Ma.
That's my mom, actually. Pam.
Oh, Pam's your mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Miss Moore. Sorry.
So, what's the time you wish didn't happen?
You're like, I'm never.
Or I'm never doing it again, or I don't know.
And it doesn't have to be custom related.
Yeah, it could just be whatever.
Oh man, y'all making me think right now. I can't really.
Well, you would dial back.
Sometimes, sometimes you block those times out.
Or someone like shit themselves on the bus.
Son, because Frank laughs at me about this all the time. There was a time when Nicki Minaj was here, and I tried to get her a shout out How You Want It. She thought it was a porno company.
Oh,
and she went off on me.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Wow.
How the fuck do you think I'm gonna say that for? And Nino laughs at me to this day about that shit. So, well, yeah, I guess that would be probably one of the times.
I mean, were you able to expound on it, or she just?
Nah, she just never. She ain't.
That was it?
I mean, Nino got his. Nino got whatever. He needed,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He interviewed her and all that. But behind the scenes, I was just trying to get a little commercial drop. Like, you shout out How You Want It? She said, why the fuck would you think I would shout that out? It sounds like a porno company. Da-da-da-da. I was like, all right.
Wow.
But I mean, she
is
wasn't
what it
really.
is.
Yeah, I got it. I get where she was coming from. She ain't know me from Adam. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. I didn't get the chance to explain to her what it was. It was kind of quick. You know what I mean? So
It makes you think though. Like starts to make you think on a marketing standpoint. Like, oh shit, should I think about changing this shit? Or?
It's too late.
But you know, it works both ways though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was gonna say you can always have that be the umbrella too.
Yeah,
like when you're already doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, with your separate merchandise, because you don't call your gear how you want it.
No,
right?
well, so the store was called How You Want It because it was like you want your stuff customized. Well, how you want it. You know what I mean? How do you
Yeah,
how do you-
I've actually been in that store mad times.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know if you when he did one of the original Bars on Deck. I was in one of the original videos too, but I was dressed up in a suit.
Okay.
And
I think I do remember that.
yeah, man, that's when
I
I
was
was
on State Street.
yeah.
That was when Stealth and all those guys
Yeah,
were there,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Shout out to Stealth, man.
Damn, that's back when shit.
Stealth,
Mike Gibson was still rapping. Like, I remember him being up in that
It was
spot.
that was one of the biggest.
Focus, all them
excitement
cats
they
was
had.
still. I don't know if
Now
Focus
they
was there.
now they
but-
do they expanded
Shout
it
out
to
to Focus.
where it's like a venue based.
Yeah.
Fred the Godson.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. No, I remember a lot of
Fred the
those
God.
original ones.
Yeah.
This is what.
Rest in peace to Spit Flames too, man.
Oh, he was
yeah.
fire.
He was crazy.
Yeah.
Him and Fred the God was going back to back and
Oh,
forth
word?
freestyling on the Bars on Deck. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Spit Flames.
Actually,
yeah,
I feel like I just seen a
Damn,
clip
he
of
got
that the
that-
other day.
Yeah.
For real?
Literally.
Actually, Frank just put it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
That shit was hard. That shit was pretty
Wow.
dope.
Because Spit Flames was fire.
Yeah, I think he's the only one in Springfield that might have chewed Blacksmith.
Like a battle.
Yeah, I think so. I think Blacksmith told me that story. I swear to God, sorry, Black, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he told me that story. Like, yo, he's the only one back in the day that kind of gave me a run for my money in the battle. You know what I mean? Because he, motherfucker, freestyle his ass off.
Yeah, he was dangerous.
Yeah,
Like full on dangerous.
yeah, he was. Sound
Shit
like
was
he
dope as
ready.
hell. Yeah, that's damn. Rest in peace to him, because that's a loss, man.
Yeah.
Definitely R.I.P. It's it sucks when like you don't really think about how many people have that were like influential or impactful in one way or another are actually gone already.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
You don't think about how impactful they were till they're gone. That's
Right.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, that
Right.
and like even not necessarily just the when they're gone, you realize it. It's just like you don't stop and think about how many are just gone in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And even like in the moment of you experiencing them, you're not thinking about how they can be.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
You
why,
think it's forever.
And that's why they say what they say nowadays. You gotta give them their flowers before
Yeah.
they go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Well, flowers
really
to you,
gotta do-
motherfucker.
Well, thank you, man.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Thank you, man. I consider this my flowers for y'all to show me this, this love, this hospitality. To
Nah,
come
you
This
through.
motherfucker been chilling with Cameron. This ain't flowers for you, motherfucker.
Yeah, it is. Come on, man. For the home to love you, that's the thing, man.
That's important.
Some
Yeah,
people
so
have
it
to.
is.
Some people have to, venture out from home to get love. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, it be your own people that'll shut you down, and you
Well,
got to go somewhere else to get love.
I
So
will
to
also
get
say
love
this:
Back home is dope.
I'm Springfield until I die. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that comes from here, especially, I know how we especially traditionally didn't show everyone love to one another. Everyone was more competitive.
Crabs
You know what I'm
in
saying?
the barrel,
And so because of that, and I still feel like there's that nature of Springfield people don't generally support Springfield people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, no, I don't want to be that. I love seeing people that are from Springfield putting on. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate y'all inviting me here. That's
important.
dope, man. Thank you.
Yeah, there might have been one
Thank you
point
for
where I was
coming.
like, "Fuck that, dude! I can do it better," but not at this point in my life. I'm chill. You do what you do, and you do it great.
Right.
I do what I do, and I
Great
do
at
it
what
great.
I do. 'Cause if I do too much, I'm gonna spread myself thin, and then
I know what
Quality's
that's
not
like
gonna
too.
be- yeah.
I know what that's like too.
Springfield has a lot of potential. Like,
It sucks when you're a creative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you just like, oh shit, I want to create that too.
Yeah.
Oh damn, that's dope. I should do that. Next thing you know, you're trying to take 15 projects on.
Yeah. How do you
Exactly.
control that?
Yeah.
Man, it's hard. It's a lot of. I have a lot of unfinished projects, I should say. A lot of things that's in my mind that that I want to get done, and It's hard. It's very hard. It's very hard. But some of the stuff you gotta kind of like just really attack full on. Like you gotta, especially the stuff that you know is gonna go and it's gonna be dope and it's gonna, you know what I mean? Not the stuff like maybe if I do this, that stuff you might put on the back burner and not really want to try. But the stuff that you know is gonna, they can't deny this. You gonna, you go full on, full force with it. But like it is hard to like pick and choose which ones you stick at, which projects you want to, give your all in, and which ones you just use as like a hobby and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like how you mentioned DNA earlier. I'm still writing to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like got a couple songs out now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
was gonna get into it. Yeah.
a couple guys got me on their tracks. A couple of my guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they want me on more. And it's like, yo, I need this done by this time. But I'm like, I'm not 100% there because I got other things I'm working on. But I'm definitely gonna make sure I get to it because
It's profit for a profit, man. You gotta make it happen.
yeah,
Man.
yeah,
You gotta make it happen. So
Yeah.
tell us the thought behind the profit for profit.
Okay, so the profit for profit, pretty much what it is it's a umbrella for different investments. And right now, the first investments we're into is vending machines and ATM machines. Pretty much passive income. That my money just worked for me. You know what I mean? But yeah, how we came up with the name. My dad was he had a lot of prophecies. He used to preach to us about money and just investing and real estate and just he had all these life jewels that he would give to us. So my sister and her friends used to call him the prophet. You know what I mean? Like, oh, here come the prophet. Like, oh, the prophet's calling. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. So when he passed, that name just obviously stuck or whatever, and we just kept calling him prophet. So I named the company after him. Profit for profit because we're all about profit.
Right.
We're for profit. We're not non-profit. We're for profit. So yeah,
That's dope as hell.
Yeah, we're not anti-profit.
not anti-profit. We all
We're
profit.
pro-profit.
So with a
Profit in my pocket. PIMP. Profit in my pocket.
There's a PRO and profit for a reason.
right.
they
Right.
say that's what true magic is when you could take an idea and literally craft it into a physical manifestation of the idea itself with it being connected to something that has intention. That's what true magic is.
Okay.
So one way
That's
or
deep.
one way or the other, the profit for profit, because of the meaning behind it, it will always work. Always
Right.
work.
Yeah. I
It'll
feel-
never fail. Actually,
I feel that
you could
100%.
only stop, and just because you stop doesn't mean you failed.
Damn.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just remember
100%.
that.
Thank
Like
you.
this is you're looking at your DNA on the table now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's a little disturbing.
That sounds.
But it was real. I got what you said.
You get what I'm saying?
I do too. Yeah, DNA everywhere.
Pause.
Yeah, it's just crazy, yo.
Yeah, I don't know if you've really watched the show much, but we do say some outlandish shit sometimes.
I watched the show.
Right.
And, yeah,
We got some moments.
Yeah, it should be getting crazy. Oh,
But
yeah.
that's what makes me enjoy it, anyways. You know what I mean? It's always great having other conversations, but
Let me ask you a question, and you don't have to answer this.
all right.
All right. So I do know that you played in a video with Troy. You played a part.
Oh, yeah,
in Troy
yeah,
Ave's
yeah.
video.
Actually,
Do you
that was in
feel-
a couple videos? Go ahead.
Do you feel you actually? Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm talking about where you played the role.
Yeah.
You got a role.
Hilarious. Go ahead.
Yeah, so-
go ahead.
casting.
Oh shit.
Obviously, there was some form of relationship. You guys might not have been friends. I don't really know the backstory on how you guys all came together to make that happen. But did you feel compromised after the information that was coming out about him, or were you kind of?
Well, like you said, I just played a role in a video. It wasn't like
Yeah, don't go making more out of it.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, he was a cool dude. I mean, you know what I mean? It was actually a favor for White Ape. White Ape was shooting this video. White Ape worked with him a lot.
Yeah, shout out to White Ape, though.
Yeah, shout out to White Ape. White Ape worked with him a lot. And he needed some extras. White Ape just needed what he needed to make this video come out to fruition. You know what I mean? So I pretty much was more or less helping White Ape more than Troy. That's the way I look at it.
Okay.
But, you know what I mean? It was a dope experience, and he was at his hottest at that time. You know what I mean? So I don't feel compromised because, no, I mean, I don't feel compromised, not at all, because it's not like he's one of the guys from my team.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I wasn't doing anything illegitimate in the video.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Now, do you agree with his stance on how things went? Like,
no.
what would
So,
you do in that
I mean, I wouldn't
with
say
that
not one
scenario?
word.
one way or the other?
I wouldn't say not one word.
What up,
man.
I&I? Sorry.
You ain't gonna say not one word,
Yo.
man. Like, the lawyer gonna do his job. You know what I'm saying? I'm talk to my lawyer. That's it. The lawyer gonna do his job. I'm not gonna say one word.
Got you. Yeah, I was.
How about you?
Me personally,
Yeah.
like about telling?
No, but I mean, the same question you asked me.
Nah, I'm not. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. But I also have learned pretty good at avoiding scenarios. Like I get, when you're tapped in, you kind of like know when shit could lead to some other shit.
Yeah. So you're saying like what you mean is you wouldn't be in that position in the first place? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Got you.
you know what I mean. And then if I ended up in that position,
I was gonna say sometimes you're out of your control. You know what I mean? Like,
so I would look for. Now we're considering all things.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So if I'm a guy of that magnitude doing exactly what he's allegedly known for, right? Kind of comes with the game, right?
Yep.
So if I'm in that line of work and I'm in that business, this is what comes with it.
yeah,
So there's no way that I would be a threatening individual and then get in a position where even if that individual was like, you know what I mean? Because now he's showing his hand.
right.
I don't gotta like.
Yeah.
I'm big on like not being tricked out of my character to become you. You know what I mean? If that's you, that's you. That's not me, and I'm not gonna allow your actions to dictate what my next move is.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, it sounds easier. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we can all sit here at the end of the day and say what we wouldn't do until we're
Right.
in the situation to begin with. But yeah, no, I agree. Like if you know what you're walking into, or you
Right.
should know what you're walking into, then yeah, you got to play that part. But I kind of think the same way. Like I don't put myself in situations to where I realize some shit can randomly pop off. Also, like you can't ever avoid that. But at the end of the day, I really don't. I don't invite that shit into my
Or
life.
stand on your square no matter what. So let's say you are telling, or it is looked at as telling. Just be like, nah, I'm just telling. Like he told on me, I'm telling. Don't try to paint it as it's this and it's that and this is the reason why it happened and you need to know more context for me to make the decision. Like, nah, I just told. Fuck it.
What do you think about the Gunner situation?
Oh shit.
That's crazy. I think to me that's a little worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just, when you're down, you're down. Like you can't be.
Yeah, you can't be both sides of the fence.
Yeah, that shit is weird.
Can't play both, man.
It's dangerous, actually. I mean,
Then
I'm a victim of that. Like I've gone to jail behind niggas telling. So I'm not.
Gunna's still out here making music, still
Yeah.
getting plays on his shit.
Yeah, he is.
So apparently nobody.
And the album
Cats
was
don't
good.
live by the same
Album was
clo-
pretty dope.
the same codes. They don't live by
Album
the
was
same
pretty
codes.
dope.
You know what I'm
not at all.
saying?
And that's
No.
that's what's wild.
Mm.
Because like this guy told, and then he comes out and makes a new song and a new album, and you're like, yo, this shit's dope. I'm like, let's not forget the fact that he's. The reason
Well,
why
it depends
he's
on
I mean,
what
if
he's
you're
talking
not
about,
if
though.
you're not outside, you just can just play the music.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I'm also saying too, like, depends on what you're saying. Like, if he's talking about, I ain't no snitch, it's like, well, yes,
mean-
you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that's the case, like, I don't.
and they keep moving the goalposts on what a snitch is. You know what I mean? And that, like, I don't know. The days that I come from, telling is telling.
Exactly.
Like, I remember even being raised in a household where,
Tattletale.
like they
Yeah.
too, like, why are you tattletelling?
I actually say that to my kids still. You know what I mean?
Like,
The only shit I say, like, use your common sense. Like, if you're at school and some kid's like, I got an AK, I'm about to shoot everybody up at recess.
yeah,
Like,
I mean,
that's a little different. You're about to
Yeah.
save lives with, you know what I'm saying?
and your kids are not outside.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. They
You know what I
they ain't
mean?
living
Like-
that code.
Exactly. They apply to people that abide by that code. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Those rules apply to.
So I just think that now what's happening though is once one told, now everyone feels comfortable to.
Rasta to me,
City said.
all rats must vanish. Yeah, yo, I got a
Yeah,
I
if
got a
you-
story to tell y'all off camera about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say,
one
if
of my
you're-
boys is crazy.
If you're in that life, then you got to accept the code.
Yeah,
Like, you just keep your fucking mouth
It
shut.
comes with it. It's a part of the game, and most people that are fully entrenched understand that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But even top level motherfuckers.
And it's
ratting.
also, you know what, too, though, a lot of people don't even realize, and probably even the dudes that are involved, is like there's a difference between being hood and being street. You know what I mean?
What's the difference?
Being hood is being raised in the neighborhood where there's street guys.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm
Alright.
from the hood, but I'm
Right,
not
right.
a street guy.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I would say the same for myself. I'm not-
Yeah,
definitely.
you could be from the neighborhood. You could
was
even
both.
be mingling.
I was both one time
You
in
was
my life,
both.
but now
I'm about to say I've done. I guess if that's the case, I've done some street shit. But I never lived my life as a G, like as a
I've
gangster.
done street shit,
you know
but
what
I
I'm saying?
still I know there's levels. So
Right.
when I look at those levels, I realize like, damn, I actually wasn't street. Like, like you know what I
Good way
mean?
to
Like,
put it though. I never looked at it like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
just
there's
put
there's
right
just a
there.
different code. Their language is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They move
True.
different. Like I actually can like go places. They can't.
Yeah.
Like they can't party comfortably. They can't really, as crazy as it's all about the money. When you're really in the streets, your money is limited because you can't go. It's not as accessible as you would like it to be because you got issues.
Yeah, and I try to live with
So
no
every
ops.
life is a risk.
You know what I mean? I don't want no ops in my life.
Or I should say, every day your life is at
I'm not
risk
trying to have no ops.
when you're in the streets.
Too old for that shit.
But
Anyways.
even check this out
Ops in your
though.
40s.
When you're in the streets,
Have ops and-
let's just say there's a
that's
scenario.
crazy to think about.
Let's just say there's a scenario out there where there's an individual who's from the street who doesn't necessarily have ops, right? Because there is that case. There's
Oh, yeah.
the neutral guy
Yeah, yeah.
who's still in the street, right? But his life is still in jeopardy because at any moment the individuals that are in the streets can turn.
So I
So-
think you can only get
Oh,
so
yeah.
far before
Feed off
you
of
have to.
negative.
So I kind of feel like you get to a point though, like you have to draw a line in the sand. You might not be one. If you don't join one or the other, then you're officially joining your own shit. Because if you or you never get to that level. You know what I'm saying? Because
you
you're
get
gonna
to-
step on toes some way or another if you get too big for you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Only
get
so
the-
many big fish in a small pond.
You can get the guilty by association type of thing.
Yeah,
too,
that could
like
happen as well.
You
Yeah.
could be a neutral guy and you hanging with somebody that's kind of active right now.
Mm-hmm.
and just because they see you with them, they might want to off you.
Right.
You know what I'm
Because you
saying?
ain't never
So-
truly gonna be alone.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
gotta
I mean?
actually be careful on who you put in your car and who you jump in the car with.
Yeah.
Life is different nowadays.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean, it was a little crazy back. You know what I mean? But now it's like there's so many
I
different.
feel like shit's more random now.
As far as
I feel like back then, like not to say random shit didn't happen to people, but I felt like it was more like aimed at, for instance, right? I grew up on Kensington Avenue. I knew at the end of the day, unless I got hit by a random, I wasn't going to get shot over some shit because motherfuckers only beefed with the people that they beefed with,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I had to deal with solids and fucking Nietas and Kings and all this shit, I generally speaking could navigate through it without much difficulty because I wasn't a part of any of that shit. But now I feel like shit. Maybe because there's more cameras, but I just see random shit clips on YouTube with just people running in here and gunning down this person, and it's just random shit. I'm just like, damn. You know, it's more prevalent.
Nah, that was there. It was just less technology.
You never know the backstory.
I was gonna say though, you're true there, and I was also gonna say you're right because now we have like Ring and all these different cameras where people didn't have cameras in the house like that.
I know personally.
Because I know people that are doing home invasions.
Stuff.
So.
I was gonna say I know. You know, we know things and we've been involved with. You know what I mean? Like we're from the town, so at the end of the day, it happens. Yeah. You know, everybody just doesn't always have a camera at that time, and now everyone's got a camera.
I will say it's funny you say that because I'm also the person. I'm kind of contradicting myself because I'm also the person that thinks like when everyone's like, "Oh, shit, just got worse these days." I'm like, "Nah, I think it was still shitty then. You just didn't. News didn't travel so fast."
Right.
How about picking up a camera back then was federal? Like just recording shit and keeping. Now it's the thing to do. Like everybody wants to record everything.
They tell on themselves. They have guns in the videos.
And this is why you get people that are comfortable just talking when they can understand. Yeah, it's a whole.
Well, yeah. I mean, at certain points, can you really not talk?
Yeah, actually.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying if you've already said it all. If you already gave all the evidence on video and did this
and raps and
showed your guns on fucking IG clips.
Yeah, they're gonna hold you to it.
Yeah, you already. What are you gonna say? You know what I'm saying? You indicted yourself.
Yep.
And now, like we had talked about it with Fabian about whether art imitates life or life imitates art. And now it used to be art imitates life, and now it's life imitating art because now people are chasing that realism to the point where now they have to live out exactly everything.
Well, it's the youngsters they seeing like Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like desensitizing the youngsters right now. So they have no problem with shooting a man on TV.
See, I don't buy that.
Going outside doing it.
I don't buy that.
I'm saying the youngsters. You know
no, but I'm saying
youngsters, they go outside, they have no problem with shooting a person.
I might be. We might be old enough to where we started with Asteroid and went to Nintendo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we were still impressionable kids when there was first-person shooters out. We're still in our 20s, and we've seen the next generation. I would say the generation that's just under us is now in their 30s, right? They had that shit. And then even the slightly younger ones still had that shit too.
So you don't think that it does have an effect?
I'm saying the art that's imitating the life, the art of the video game.
I think one way or another they're going to always have it.
Life is imitating the art,
but they're going to always have it. They're going to have shows like Power, and you know what I'm saying. So one way or another, if it's not video,
it is life imitating the art.
I guess I just don't subscribe to the video game theory only because like this shit's been around us forever.
Are you a gamer? Are you a gamer?
I am, yeah. But I mean,
you're mature though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of the kids don't know how to differentiate. And if all they know growing up is, Call of Duty shooting humans, they're not shooting aliens.
I'm just saying.
That is a good point.
We're shooting aliens.
That is a point.
So my brother's kids, they grew up playing 007 with us.
Okay.
Yeah, but 007 came out, right? No, I'm about to show you something.
We were shooting each other all fucking day.
No, we were, but we enjoyed it. But check it out. 007 came out, and then what came out?
I mean,
there's spans of time that go by back then between each first-person shooter.
Oh yeah.
Now these shits are everywhere.
Everyone's developing.
And on Call of Duty, you're online talking to this live person.
Yeah.
Telling them how you about to kill him.
There's crazy shit that's been going on for years. They be swatting motherfuckers. You ever heard of that?
What's that?
So SWAT is when they actually call SWAT and they find out what town you're in, and they'll call SWAT saying that you're like building bombs or some shit.
Mm-hmm. They're basically like false.
They're
like
my charger.
And what? Send people to your house?
Yeah, literally while they're streaming.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can pull up clips of it happening.
That's bad, man.
That's crazy.
What, during a video game or something?
Yeah, they'll be streaming on Twitch or YouTube, and SWAT will break in, get down on the fucking floor. And you hear the dude be like, oh, man, they just swatted me.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's just not even new. Yeah, I got to grab my battery real quick.
While this guy has like millions of streamers.
Yeah, dude, it's happened mad times.
It's insane.
Damn.
I think it's just
this is nasty work out here.
I think it's just nowadays. People aren't being brought up with the same principles and morals from your guys' time.
Right.
Like, fortunately for me, I'm 27, about to be 28, so I'm fortunate to have grown up with a lot of older people.
That's what I was about to say. There's no more big mamas. There's no more big papas. No more grandmamas and nothing like that. Grandmothers is grandmothers in the club with their daughters now. You know what I'm saying? So
you dropping the kid off the grandma and going.
Man, I've been watching all these clips on Instagram with all these kids like cussing and stuff like that. People laughing at it. I'm like, yo, right to this day, I'm scared to cuss in front of my mother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I started thinking about it when you said your mom was on. I'm like, damn, should I be watching my mouth? Or like,
Yeah. Nah, my mom is, you know what I mean? She's
cool.
Yeah.
She's hood, not street.
Nah, so if you yo, you're hilarious. If you said that, she probably caught that shit, right? Because because she's from New York. So I'll be asking her questions because she's from, well, she gonna get mad. I'm not from 50 Cent's neighborhood, but she actually is. Yeah. Right? So she be like, you just want me to be a thug so bad. It's like, no, you from Long Island, Queens, and you don't got no stories for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she can't tell me about the Furtado brothers. You know what I mean? I was asking her about fucking 7 Crowns, and she's like, nah, I don't know none of that.
She's probably still on the porch around that time. She didn't want to be off.
She said she was dancing and doing ballerina, and she was she was going to Atlantic City.
Living civilian life.
Well, she was more into partying versus the activity. But she did fight one of the
Spice Girls?
No, one of the Salt and Pepper.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
She got into it with
damn.
I used to have a crush on Spinderella, the DJ.
Yeah, Spinderella was pretty hot.
Not the
though.
background chick.
Yeah, the DJ.
She was
the
hot.
prettiest one.
Yeah, she was hot though.
That's like the whole like Kelly thing, right? With Beyonce, it's like everyone be worried about Beyonce, but Kelly's prettier.
Kelly's pretty dope.
I don't personally
pretty
find
dope.
her that she's prettier, but I still think she's super dope.
Yeah,
I think Kelly's prettier. There's like
I mean, that's just the underdog thing. Everybody likes to go for
You
the
think that's
underdog.
what it is?
Yeah, you sucker.
For underdogs.
I think there's. That's crazy.
Underdog.
Say you
That's
sucker.
It's like the Kardashian. What is it? Courtney.
Aw.
I don't
Courtney.
like her. She's trash.
I think Courtney's pretty hot.
She's the only one that's natural, right? She's not.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, I think
Everybody else is made
I
up.
think the youngest sister too, maybe the taller,
one?
skinnier one.
Kendall?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she ain't really got work like that.
Well, everybody
got
likes her.
Kendall
Everybody
and-
likes Courtney.
I've always liked Courtney personally.
You got Kendall and Kylie. Kylie's a billionaire, which is insane.
No.
Just off of makeup.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
yeah.
whole
man.
family got rich off of porno, so.
So, but you know what? Use it. Fuck it.
That seems to be the thing nowadays.
Way to
getting
go,
rich off
Kim.
that. Like, you know the shit with Adam 22 and his.
Oh, that shit is hilarious.
Nah.
You know who that is?
Adam 22?
Yeah, he's podcast
From
host.
No Jumper?
Did No Jumper.
No, I don't know what that
You
is.
ain't never
fucking-
seen No Jumper?
Yeah. Well, some people, you'd be surprised. A lot of people don't know who he is. But anyways, yeah.
He's
he
always
got-
with that big bald head dude?
Nah.
Talking about Crip Mac. He had him on there a few times.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. I think it's
I'll show you a
somebody
picture.
Yeah, he got a podcast or whatever, and him and his lady be doing pornos or whatever.
else.
But
He's a gamer?
Nah.
no, he's a podcaster.
Oh, yeah, I see him. Yeah, I know who he is.
This
So
is him and
look,
his wife.
Yeah, they just got
Yeah.
married. They had a kid,
They
and
had a
then
couple people on his,
he sold her.
Yeah, you see
to
the
him-
dude smiling in the background?
He sold his girl to him?
to him.
Well, he didn't. Well,
Yeah, he did.
They made money off of it. There's no doubt about it, but
That's selling.
she wanted to do it, though.
He pimped her.
This dude violated the shit out of her. He goes, "What if we had a second kid and
This nigga said he
came out-
rearranged her.
Came out black." Like, this
Yeah,
is what
and now they're
Adam said to her.
interviewing it. It's a mess, man. Like the society we're living in right now is we're doomed. Cause this is where we're at with it.
So you know what? We're
he
only
said- He
doomed.
said GTA is worse than Call of Duty.
I say I love Grand Theft Auto. I fucking love that game. It's inspiring me. It's inspiring the video game that I'm making.
Oh, you
For
making
real.
a game?
Yeah.
GTA is therapy.
Yeah.
Makes you do all
That-
the things you can't do in real life. Like lets you do
Well,
all the
that's
things.
the,
you
But
can't
it's
do in
dope.
That's the life imitating art
It,
nowadays.
it
You know,
goes
art
even
trying to do that.
further though.
It's
It
like-
goes even further because there's whole like simulations in private servers where
Yeah.
like you RP a character, like you
Yeah.
role play. You can't talk in person in the game. If your character's lips move and you're saying some shit that's not in character, you can actually get kicked from the fucking server.
Yeah.
And they really be playing roles. They'd be getting married. They'd be opening businesses.
Yeah,
GTA?
like in
Yeah.
the game. Yeah,
Yeah. It's crazy, dude.
I thought
Like,
that was like, what was that other game? Sims or something like that?
Yeah.
Sims can't fuck with GTA on
Yeah,
that
well,
level.
I don't know.
You ain't worrying
GTA
about.
GTA be having like prostitutes and all kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the main game, they have like AI or NPCs that are prostitutes and shit. Then you can beat them up and take your money back. That's
I
the
just
fucking
remember
part.
seeing the shit on YouTube with all the girls
Can't do
dressed
that
in
in real
pink
life.
running around robbing everybody.
Yeah. There's more Power Ranger ones.
Yeah.
They were running around robbing everybody in Power
GTA?
Ranger.
Yeah. You can mod it and do it on PC.
Yeah.
So
And the shit is like there's rules to shit. So like if I'm playing in one of the games, so I used to play in one of the, I used to stream it, and if you get like held up at a store by other players, like you got to go along with it. You got to act as if you would in real life. So if you got mad guns, you ain't going out commando. You're gonna be like, yo. And they make you get in the trunk. You literally get in the fucking trunk. And you like if you're talking, you can hear everybody.
So if you don't do that,
You get kicked.
You get kicked from because you're not
Because
role
you're not
playing.
playing. You're not
Yeah,
sticking to
if you're not sticking to the character, they only make sure. These videos of people streaming this shit of them role playing, millions of views.
There's a cop.
There's people that have gotten famous.
Those are probably low key real stories that happen in real life that people are dry snitching putting on the video.
I wouldn't doubt it. But you see it. Most of it's comedy though. You know what I'm saying? Most of it's like funny ass shit. But there's this one dude that's currently I watched some of his clips. He trolls him, so he has like a awkward frat guy, and he rolled up to all these dudes that are like playing out gang members and shit. And he roll up and he's like, "Hey, yeah, I've been around this many guys since college." You know what I mean? And you hear everyone go, "What?" Like pause, yo. And like he's got like this fucking silly ass run, and he'd be like running around these dudes, and you hear all of them like, "Yo, stop running like that," and it's fucking hilarious. But
crazy.
It's people. You go on to like No Pixel and shit like that. These are like some of the I would say because I don't think it's that as hot as it was. But these are some of the top streamers on like things like Twitch and shit that are have made millions of dollars out.
That's crazy.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
There's
money-
new streaming
there's money in
coming
there.
out. There's new streaming for new services for streamers to get on that are coming out. Like Rumble's in one, Kick's one, and they're offering like $50 million deals for like 2 years of streaming with them. It's insane.
Yeah,
So that's why you got these kids
unless
growing
I
up
get-
wanting to be influencers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Unless I get hit with a deal, I'm just staying on YouTube. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
You
For
can
now,
you
anyways.
monetize your YouTube too, right?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
monetize that?
Yeah.
Now, you
Well-
used to be able to just monetize it. Now you got to get up
You
to
got
a
to
certain...
jump through the hoops. So
Yeah.
we're to the part where we can monetize, but the problem is we play a lot of shit that's copyright, so that kills your
Yeah.
monetization gets taken from. I'm just like, give me just a little piece. That's all you have to
Yeah.
give me. You know what I mean?
We growing, though. We came a long way.
Yeah.
Came a long way.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
So with you, you got the whole vending thing happening. How did
Yep.
you get into that?
Well, a friend of mine actually brought it up to me. She was like, "Yo, we should. What do you think about vending machines? That shit is dope." I'm like, I wasn't really thinking about it, and then I'm like, you know what? That is kind of dope. And so, kind of just made it happen pretty much.
I want to start doing that. Just
yeah,
own like
it's-
50 of them.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
How many do you
I
have?
can tell y'all some secrets off the camera too about it too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be interested here.
Yeah, right now we got four locations, 4 different warehouses. We got a warehouse full of them that, if you guys want to buy some off me, I can sell y'all some.
Really?
Yeah, the hardest part is finding the location. So you got,
Yeah.
so I recommend
Getting somebody to allow you to...
Yeah, I recommend you find a location first, and then tell them you'll be setting up in like 2 weeks, and then you can come to me, buy a machine off me, and I can come help you set it up.
I have to do that.
And then
What
I buy all
yeah.
the stuff to go in it. That's how.
Yeah, I can tell you what to buy. You can actually ask the people that allow you to put it in what they would want. They can make requests like, what kind of snacks you guys like? What do you want me to put in here?
I actually already have like I can actually do that like now.
Yeah, same.
Like I have the location.
Good.
I can curate. I'll curate what I want based off of where I'm putting it.
Yeah, I could probably
Yeah.
get like 6 locations.
You could
like
do that. It was there's this girl downtown, man. Her name was Noemi. She's a genius. This is before the strip clubs closed. She had them in there in all the girls' locker rooms. She was
That's
no
smart as hell.
snacks. She had all female products in there: stockings, thongs, cigarettes, tampons, all everything that a female a dancer would need.
Smart.
Man, she changed
Little
the game.
purses, little change purses. Like
Yeah, remember when you can
Yeah,
get
she was killing 'em.
cigarettes at a fucking bar?
yeah,
That's crazy.
Yo, I was thinking that the other day. Like that kills me. Guys who pack their bogeys.
Yeah,
and
what does that do?
And guys who shake their juice. Like,
I pack my bogus.
what does that do?
It makes it so it don't burn so quick.
but it's just
it
hilarious
packs,
to
it packs
me
the tobacco down.
when I see a dude like coming out the store and he's
Do you put yours in the refrigerator too?
Nah, I don't even smoke like that anymore.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I the only time I really smoke, I like is at work, pretty much. To like get out, have a break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But beyond that, like if I have urges, I vape. I actually just got this new shit. It's called Fume. Shout out to them. But it's not even really smoking. It's like just replicates taking a hit, but you're not actually breathing in any smoke, no nicotine, no nothing. It's all natural. You just don't blow out a cloud, but it feels like you took a rip. So I'm about to just be done with.
So isn't
everything.
that
Just fuck with that.
Isn't that how vaping started? It was all supposed to be just water.
So there is still natural ones.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's like that's pretty much all I would buy until I got into these things. Because the problem is the fucking mods that you put the natural juices in.
Yeah.
They're just fucking huge. So it's like hard to have that shit in your pocket. Shit can start dripping out of the shit all in your pocket.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah. At least with these, they're convenient. I can go wherever.
That's like a disposable one, though, right?
Yeah. It's got like 5,000 puffs in it, and then
okay.
you toss it. You know what I mean?
Got you.
But at least like if without this, when I'm at home, I barely smoke. Without this, I would definitely be buying packs. You know what I'm saying? But I just have, unfortunately, I've always had. I know addictive personality doesn't necessarily refer to being addicted to something in that sense.
Yeah.
But I've had, I went through substance abuse and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm lucky. I'm fortunate. I never had to go to rehab or anything like that. But yeah, I've had my problems.
Yeah,
you know?
we all do.
With these vending machines and the locations that you chose, did the locations already have vending machines from other people?
One of them did. The other ones were like more or less new, up and coming, like opening.
And now,
locations.
there's so much I want to ask you about.
One of them did, and they sucked. So, like that other machine, the other company was horrible, and they didn't have the up to date with the cards and all that, where you can put the card reader on it and all that. And they weren't coming to refill it, shit like that. So, kind of got them out of there. And
yeah, that's a good thing, because you think about it, there might be mad spots taken up. Doesn't mean everyone's on their job, though.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I
and
mean?
they ask them, are they happy with their current vendor? And someone's like, no, they all gonna make complaints. No, hell no. It's dusty. They don't refill it. All the stuff is moldy
and you do
got
to clean it.
Yeah. I prefer the combo machines, which are refrigerated, so you can do sodas and snacks. I prefer
Both?
those. Yeah, I prefer those better. They're sealed. You don't gotta worry about the rodents getting in them.
Now, not to get into your financial business, but like, it's lucrative?
Definitely lucrative, man. It's passive income. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Is it expensive to get started?
I'll tell you some secrets off camera.
And what are you? And you're checking monthly, week? Like, what is yours?
Different ones. So they send me when you have the card readers on there. The card reader pretty much records all the transactions, and they send you an email every day for each transaction.
So if you know what you stocked it with.
Yeah, if you know what you stocked it with, you know what was being bought. You pretty much know, like, all right, they wrote 24. I only had 10 in there, and they took 8. You know what I mean? So let me go there and put. That's what's moving. You know what I mean? So I might even double up on that row.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's ways to track it.
There's other spots too, like you would like motels.
Yeah, there's all different ways.
Yeah,
different
there's
places, schools, motels. You just kind of want to be careful. Like if there's like a store close by, it might kill you. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. And if there is a store close by, you just gotta try to beat their prices on certain things. Like if they're Red Bulls $3.50, you sell yours for $3 or $3.25.
Or the other thing you could do too is make sure you're in an area that when stores close, there's still traffic.
Yeah. Yep.
So
see, I already got this shit figured out. No.
You do?
yeah, no, you got like the belts in the vending machines got me like fucked up in the head. But it was perfect. It was like perfect timing.
Yeah.
So the wine.
So that's
wine, drinking wine.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Matter of fact, let me turn my live off. I got really too many people on the live right now, anyway. But yeah, the wine. I have the bottles designed. I have a guy that's actually about there's a lot of stipulations with alcohol. You know what I mean? As far as codes and stuff like that to get it into the country, or just even like selling it and transporting it state lines and stuff like that. Like you gotta have different type of licenses and things of that nature to do it. I do have an import-export license that I went for. I got approved for it. But now once I got that, I have to narrow down the states I'm gonna sell my alcohol in, and that's where you get the so like
individual regulations.
States, yeah, exactly. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but certain states have different proofs of their liquor. Like here we have 80 proof. A lot of our liquor is all 80 proof. Whereas, let's say, I don't know if it's Miami or somewhere, it might be like 70 proof. And you probably never noticed that, but they have different regulations and stuff like that. So, trying to get mine in Mass is more expensive than getting it in Connecticut. You know what I mean? So I can sell it in Connecticut at a cheaper price for the license to sell it in Connecticut. I can get that license cheaper than I can get in Mass. You know what I mean? So those are the things I'm working out. Like, do I want to do it in Connecticut, or do I want to do a lot of people club in Connecticut? Hartford's the capital
You can always
city.
start down there.
Then we got Boston, Mass. So
You can always start there.
yeah, you can always start there and just So, but I live in Mass, so it's just different little kinks that I'm working out.
Now, what about the actual process of the taste and stuff?
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. So the funny thing is, I prefer dry wine. I'm a dry wine drinker, but I know a lot of people they like sweet wines.
So is it like
Especially
Moscato and stuff like that?
No, well, that's what I'm gonna do. Moscato, Moscato, more like a rosé.
And this is
things I drink more or less. Merlot, Chardonnay.
Yeah, I'm usually on Merlot.
Yeah,
I like
the dry wine.
I like wine in general. I'm kind
So,
of like not really.
so now you actually you approved this mix up, like this recipe, like
That's
this.
what I'm.
Well, that's what I'm waiting on right now. Waiting on that to be brewed up and made. You get a barrel of wine from the winery, and you gotta let them make it, taste it, and you say, make me a barrel of that. You know what I mean? Or they already have some that are their own flavors, their own recipes. You could pick out one of those too. So
And then just put your name on it.
you could put your name on it. Or you could be like,
Send
make
it
it a
to
little
your own.
tartar, make it a little sweeter, or you know what I mean? I want it to be smoother. I want to add more grapes, or add raspberry flavor, or add vanilla to it. You know what I mean? You could tell them that.
And
More smoked cherry, please.
and you're dealing with the winery yourself. So
Yeah,
like you're
direct-
going there and you're
Going there, yep. It's actually Brignoli's and Granberry.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Brignoli. Shout
we're
out to
going to go
Brignoli's.
to a break before he gives away any more trade secrets. No. But make sure y'all don't go nowhere.
I wouldn't even have told nobody.
It's all right.
Whatever.
You're right.
But you know what? You know what though? One thing I've realized is you can tell, you can keep it close to your chest, right? But it's also people being worried about them actually getting up and doing something with that information, right? No one does anything with it.
Yeah.
There's so much shit in front of your face, the secrets to all these things that people are shoving down your fucking throat every day on TikTok and YouTube and blah. No one does nothing. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Is all I'm saying.
Let me say this before we go to a break. There's a friend of mine, a good guy of mine in New York that always comes up with like crazy ass ideas. He's had a clothing line. He does a lot of shit. I remember when I first met him and I found this out and I was looking at the quality of all his stuff. It was high quality. I'm just like, yo, how are you doing this? And I'm asking him all these questions. This nigga would not give me no information, right? And at first I felt some type of way.
That's what's up.
I started feeling some type of way. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, yo, why is this nigga not helping me? You know what I mean?
So one's a wine, one's a champagne.
Until I got into the business.
One's Viaje.
This is what you're naming it?
Yeah, Viaje Vino. Viaje means to travel in Spanish.
Oh, this guy is hilarious.
And then the other one's Mueve, which is obviously the move.
Yeah.
So mind you, that's dope. That's dope as hell.
I don't show the people.
I might have to. You'd send me the picture. I can put it up.
But yeah, so then people started hitting me up, asking me to do this and do that. I'm like, you know the work that I put in? I had to do it all by myself. So you really don't want to, when it's the amount of blood, sweat, and tears you put into it, and then some guy could just call you and just be like, so how did you do it all? And tell, like,
a lot of people charge for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Charge.
It's funny,
which is
though.
another hustle.
It's funny because we talking mad
Games
shit,
to be sold.
but I don't like telling anybody about the game I'm making.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like the same as everything else. It's its own kind
But
of
it's hard. Like
thing.
the likelihood of somebody doing what you're doing is not. It's not.
I'm more
too
worried
much.
about an actual, like a building steam to a company that's capable.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I'm more worried about. You know what I'm saying? If they see like, wow, there's an interest in this.
Well, you just don't tell your you know, the intricacies.
Yeah. So, but I do understand. I'm not saying be a blabbermouth. It's just amazing how much information's out there and people still don't do shit
it's
anyways.
out there. Yeah, they're not
You know what I
use
mean?
it.
Like a lot of this stuff isn't
quiet as
secrets.
hell.
You know what I mean?
Like,
It's in the book.
But it's also like, so for instance, you can tell people how you're making wine, but you ain't telling them the recipe.
No, they're not gonna. It's not gonna taste like mine.
Right. So you can try, but you're not doing the shit that I vetted.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's my signature fucking blend.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And moving on to coffee next. Jada, I'm coming.
that was dope too, by the way. But let's go to the break.
All right, we'll be right back, y'all.
on my wrist, yeah. Chipped away my money, trying to make me feel so funny, yeah. I'll be in Miami, yeah. Dreaming till I make it, yeah. Ready on my own, yeah. Shiny on my wrist, on my wrist, on my wrist, yeah. I'm spending all my money, trying to make me feel so funny, yeah. I'll be in Miami, yeah. Dreaming till I make it there. I had a dream about my wrist, it was too heavy to lift. I'm about to drown and I ain't spent a penny to drip. The label sent it as a gift with some Henny to sip. I got everything I want, they just keep sending me shit. I'm about to pop, if you gotta get it sent to me quick. I can't let opinions stick when they meant to be flipped. Shorty played herself when she expected a trick. She don't like me, that's my bad, I meant to be sick. I exercise in the stool, so I'm mentally fit. The crown is temporary, that mean it's meant to be strict. They living free in my head, collect, rent, or evict. They manipulate my words, try to sentence me quick. I never fall for it, I'll be tempted a bit. Like I said, might have strained it, got a 10 to my wrist. Give me a couple $100K, I'll strap 10 to my wrist. I'm giving you the game, pay attention to this. Cruising on my own, I'm about to pop, if you gotta get it sent to me quick. Shiny on my wrist, on my wrist, on my wrist, yeah. I'm spending all my money, trying to make me feel so funny, yeah. I'll be in Miami, yeah. Dreaming till I make it there. Trying to get to the level where it gets in the bezel. Diamonds on me, now I'm never gonna settle till I'm on Long Beach. Bad bitch in stiletto, spilling drinks on me and everything is on me. There were days I wouldn't sleep, plays booming on the metro till my wrist on freeze. Diamonds red, blue and yellow, we just twist palm trees with a bitch on knees. Trying to lick on me, trying to make my life special, get iced out. New chains got me choked up, chilling with some hoes who ain't never gonna ghost us. Miami Vice's big rims, trips to Boca. Drip on Midas, new jeweler got the gold touch. Old chick see me make it big since we broke up. Made it on the scene, big screen, got some cold fronts. Ice in my teeth, on freeze, drip, froze up. Money counter running through the cheese, and I woke up. Then I woke up. Shiny on my wrist, on my wrist, on my wrist, yeah. I'm spending all my money, trying to make me feel so funny, yeah. I'll be in Miami, yeah. Dreaming till I make it there. I'll be on my own, I'll be on my own. I'll be on my own, I'll be on my own. I'll be on my own, I'll be on my own.
Yeah, hi. I live right by you guys, and my dog was missing. I was just wondering if you've seen him by any chance. It's a chocolate lab.
A dog?
Yeah, I know how you guys are and stuff, so I wasn't sure if you've seen him or found him.
No.
No, nothing at all whatsoever? Anyone reported?
No.
You guys would tell me, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just eat him, would you? Because I love him. That's a family member. You know?
You know the first time you see him?
I'm sorry?
Where did you put him?
Oh, I left the gate open on accident and he busted through.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, we didn't see him.
No. If you did, could you let me know? I live right next door.
Okay.
Can I put an order in while I'm on the phone with you?
Okay.
Let me see. Do you guys have any fried dogs? Do you guys have any fried dogs?
Which one?
A dog, fried. I take a large order, maybe a couple of paws.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Speaking, yeah? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, hi. I lost my dog. I was just trying to see if you guys maybe caught him.
Your daughter?
No, my dog.
Oh, your dog?
Yeah, I didn't want him to get chopped up for an order or nothing, you know?
What's your name?
I'm sorry, my name?
No, hold on a second.
Okay.
Number 33, right? I'm a emotional man.
Phone?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, hi. So, can I place an order while I'm on the phone?
Yeah, go ahead.
You guys have any fried dog?
Fry what?
Dog.
No,
I would take a couple of paws.
no.
No, okay. What do you got for rice selections?
Rice? Shrimp
Yeah.
fried rice, pork fried rice?
Yes, a little bit of pork fried, please.
Small, large pork fried rice.
Let me get just a small, please.
Okay.
And could you spit in that?
Yeah, you come and pick up.
Okay, and you can just hawk a fat loogie.
What's
Maybe get a little snodge in there, a little snot.
for what?
Oh, can I just have a side of snot?
No, we don't. It's not.
No, okay.
That's Chinese food.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right, I'll be down shortly.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. We are back. Woo. We are back in this bitch.
Who produced the beats, man? Got some-
I just random shits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of the things that
dope.
if I do slack and or suck at anything, it's like constantly freshening up new background beats and new shit. Like I just forget. You know what I mean? But you know the good thing though is that I spent so much time setting up the equipment.
Yeah.
Like I would always never just put time aside to do that shit. And now that finally for like the last good chunk of shows I've had shit set, I just don't be thinking about that shit. You know what I mean? But it's it's a lot more involved running
Yeah, I
this
see,
shit.
man. You got state of the art little command center over there. See what you got
it's
going on.
Crazy. Stardate 7002.
Yeah, state of the art.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice setup though.
Thank you, man.
I like
Appreciate
how
that.
you got, like looks down there.
So for those that regularly watch the show, this is my last show for 6 months.
Why?
Word?
Where you going?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Hawaii for 6 months for work.
Oh,
Word.
for work?
For work. So with that being said, I need a few of these hats to bring with me out
All right, appreciate it. Hell yeah. What do you do for work?
there. Military.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
be out there. I'm be out there putting out fires in Hawaii because apparently the water licks is set on fire out there. Don't know why.
That's crazy.
Probably all the chemicals, but
Water.
Nothing to do with the volcano, right?
Might be
That
the
just erupted.
spam.
now I'm be in Honolulu, like Pearl
okay.
Harbor.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'll be out there.
Aloha.
Yeah, dog.
It's gonna be
Excited.
nice though.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be real nice.
so I'll be out there
Just
if y'all
be
want to
good,
fly
Nate.
out.
Be good, Nate.
Yeah, for sure. So if y'all want to, fly out to Hawaii.
At least maybe for the
6
beginning.
months, huh?
The beginning while out, But
Oh
the-
yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't actually.
You gotta
start
soak it in, dude. You gotta soak.
yeah, I don't actually
Pause.
start work till. That's crazy. I don't actually start work till like October, so I'm training up for like 2 months. So I'm gonna just be out there, and then I actually start, and then I come back the beginning of February.
We're gonna be doing like getting their coffee and stuff.
Probably. Should.
You said you're in
I
the
don't care.
I do that shit
I don't
to
give
be
a
in
fuck.
Hawaii.
Hey, as long as they paying me.
You said you're in the military?
Yeah, military.
What like
Army.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it like a special title or like special? You specialize in anything?
Nah, just infantry.
Oh, okay.
Just nothing special. I'm just
Front line.
Yeah.
Shooting his
Okay.
gun.
Just I'm just
In Hawaii.
I'm
Call of Duty.
just
I was literally about to say that. I said, there it goes.
That's what inspired him to join.
yeah, for real. I was like,
I
yo, this
wouldn't be
is cool.
surprised.
I really want to do this.
And he's from the generation. So what do you think? You
Life-
think
life
that
imitating
inspired-
art.
You think that look at him.
No,
He's like,
I just didn't know what I was gonna do at 19, so I said fuck it and just joined, and then it just became a passion.
Yeah.
So I just, but it wasn't like video games. I was just like, what am I do with life at 19? I need to figure this out quick.
Wait, so is this your first like tour or whatever it is?
Nah, I've been
Oh,
on 3.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's
I
like-
just came.
He's like 35 now.
Oh shit.
In military years, I'm
You're
like
young.
I'm like 50. So I've been on like 3
Military years, you 50?
Yeah, 'cause I've been on 3 tours. I went to Egypt, went to Afghanistan when we everybody got out of Afghanistan, so I was over there, and then I just came back from Jordan, Syria.
Yeah, he's a waterboarder.
So,
Dang.
yeah, dog.
yeah, he's been in
I
thick
was
of it.
Afghanistan.
I
know that was crazy.
Yeah,
Dang.
it was rough.
You see some crazy stuff?
Yeah, that's why like And that's why when you guys are bringing up like, oh, these little kids are shooting. There's literally kids out, like.
So one of
that's
my
their
boys,
life.
a friend of mine, Mike. Damn, I forgot his rap name. He raps and shit. But he was over there, and he was saying that he used to see
Shit ain't sweet.
Yeah,
that's
fucked his head up because a couple kids was.
That's the shit
about
that
to kill
kills
him.
me though. Like
Yeah.
you have, so I realize like there's reasons like, you know, to wake up, you know, as far as manipulation and so forth by our government and so, but there's like an anti-American sentiment like that's kind of like coming up with the younger generation more so.
Yeah.
At least I was reading like an article on it, and a famous actor is actually speaking on it. He doesn't understand why. He's like, at the end of the day, it's not saying that to be patriotic in order to be happy to be an American doesn't mean you're supporting all the bullshit that happens in our country. You can still be completely aware of it, but you can still be proud of the fact of like if we're at least proud of what the actual meaning of America means, to just like to come from nothing and have the opportunity to grind hard and achieve something and so forth. You can celebrate those ideals without being a brainwashed fucking dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like a hoorah American that doesn't know why he's even fucking supporting the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I see that all the time. But the thing about
because otherwise, I was gonna say because like then you can ask somebody that has real life experience of the world and can tell you like you can talk shit about America. Go fucking live in Afghanistan and see how you enjoy that shit. I'm not saying all Afghanistan's horrible, by the way. So you know what I mean. Nothing to that extent. I just know you've probably seen some shit that would kind of go along with what I'm saying.
Oh, for sure. And but the thing about around the world too is that they suffer from external issues, terrorist group, all this stuff. A lot of in America, we suffer from internal issues. So they got external issues, we got internal. We got things that we can control. They have things they can't control, like you know,
like other countries coming in trying to take over.
Like and then Taliban just took back over Afghanistan. So like you know, if you follow the news or anything, they're shutting down all the beauty salons and women are protesting out there and. You know, Taliban was a group that we've been fighting for the last 20 years, and they're like now they're a government. They are Afghanistan's government. Damn. So they're like whatever they say goes.
The crazy shit though that kills me is I know some people might not have the option to leave and or will stay, but eventually like you're either gonna kill off or everyone's gonna abandon you. So what are you gonna rule over? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
they tried it.
Yeah, can people move? They just
there's refugees.
I know it's probably hard to do.
Yeah.
There's definitely mad refugees coming from all types of countries out there.
I've been face to face with Afghan refugees where I'm feeding the children, giving them because I know when my next meal is gonna come. I didn't, you don't know where their next meal is.
Right.
So giving them these small children food and them begging you're got these people in quarantine not because they're sick, just to keep them in like you stay right here. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to make it out. So I've seen it like real life. You know what I mean?
But you don't know what one of them kids is gonna pull out and try to off you though.
You don't know, but that's why we gotta quarantine them off, and they don't know if one of them's gonna reach for our weapon. Like we were that close. Like it was from like me to you. You know what I mean? So yeah, and so like when I come back to the U.S., I'm like, yo, these kids, these people, fucking spoiled.
Do they primarily speak Arabic?
Yeah.
Do you like know some shit now? I assume.
At
least a little bit,
enough.
maybe some words that you recognize.
Yeah, I mean, like somebody fucking
like,
says.
What's the word for penis? Like
I have no idea. I know if somebody says Allah Akbar and they got some wires hanging from their chest, run.
Yeah.
No, I'm just fucking around.
My name means desert wind in Arabic.
Oh, that's fine.
Shamall.
Because they speak Farsi and Arabic out there, so that's their.
Okay.
What was the first one?
Farsi. It's like another variation of
Arabic.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I think it's a little bit more ancient though, if I'm not mistaken.
A little bit, but they still speak it to this day, which is dope.
Wow.
So I'm getting personal now.
That's fine.
Any like mental issues? Anything that haunts you that wake up in cold sweats and shit like that?
I knew what I signed up for.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you know, like when you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to Afghanistan. Now that in the heat of everything, because it wasn't that hot since when we first entered Afghanistan. Now we're leaving Afghanistan, so obviously it's like,
it's ramping back up.
It was right back up, and so you seen crazy stuff like the videos of people jumping on the planes and falling off to their death. You know what I mean? Yeah. The planes where it was like 800,000 people trying to get. So yeah, I mean you see it. You see the car bombs to exploding buildings, people walking around with weapons, dead bodies. Like I've seen it all. You know what I mean? But I knew what I was signing up for, so it's not like, how could I have ever predicted this?
Yeah.
I knew what I was signing up for when I went and did it. Just like, you know.
You can know though, but still some shit can have an impact.
Oh
though,
yeah,
you know what
just,
I'm saying?
So
Because it's like you
like
know about it until you see it.
Yeah, it's like
you
being
know?
in the streets. It's like, oh, how could I get shot at by a rival, whoever? Like that's kind of comes with the territory.
So would you say you're desensitized by it? Like somebody blows up right next to you, you'd be like, whatever.
That'd be rough.
I guess it depends on who, right?
Yeah, for sure who. Like, but I've seen people I didn't know, buildings. Like I watched a guy get shot on a rooftop. Like I was watching it on the camera, and this dude, they were just like, let him have it, and he was paused. But
you can tell he's all right if you can pause in the middle of that moment.
Yeah, like you could see the bullets ricocheting. Dude just fell over, and that was it. And you're like, ooh, this dude's dead.
Damn.
Yeah. You've seen explosions and all types of. But I mean, said again, just comes with the territory. Like being in these streets, selling drugs and all that stuff. It just comes with the territory.
That's deep.
I'm supposed to go to Iraq in January. So
how you feel about that?
After Hawaii, I'm supposed to jump right in there. I would have
hit him with a vacation and then.
Yeah,
smart.
I would have completed my tour of the Middle East because I've been to like pretty much a few places in the Middle East except Dubai and Saudi. But Saudi's another place I can always get to.
Dubai looks fucking dope.
Yeah,
Dubai is.
It's on my wish list.
Dubai is insane.
It's like
I knew a lady. She was one of the teachers at my school. She had that traveling there down pat. Had it down to a science on how much to pay, like cheap.
Because it can be expensive. Right?
Yeah,
Dubai is crazy.
But she's like one of those, you know, you meet those people that know how to travel and figure out. Yeah,
but it's definitely a bucket list right there. Dubai,
Qatar. If you get to Qatar, that's another rich area. They're like,
where's that?
Qatar,
that's in Kuwait, right?
Qatar is near.
Kuwait. Is it that the Emirates? No,
it's around there. So it's Qatar is near. It's a little near Kuwait. Like I think that's the closest is like that Kuwait. But Qatar is the second richest behind Dubai for the richest places in the Middle East, and it's like I think it's like number 5 in the world.
Damn.
So these out there is. You see Maseratis parked up in the front of hotels like they're Toyotas, like shit's crazy.
Right.
They have like malls. I went to a mall out there. They had the in Italy how they had the boats and shit.
The gondolas.
They had a river going through the middle of the mall with gondolas on the.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, I have pictures
crazy.
of it. Like,
pretty dope. And
they have a whole designer section of the mall where like the whole hallway of that section of the mall was like marble and shit, and then. Like kiosks, like regular phone kiosks, but they had Dior kiosks just like down the hallway. Like shit was insane. I was like,
crazy.
Yeah, so it was dope. So if you want to experience, go to Qatar, Dubai.
Where the hell were y'all at?
I know you definitely saying ooh and ah. You definitely
nah,
did some shit.
No, he's been traveling around like
That's
he
what I'm saying.
like that picture you took. Like I actually obviously seen the video of y'all.
Which one?
You didn't see the picture you got?
Oh, the one that you posted?
Yeah.
You said you didn't see the picture you got.
I didn't know what picture you were talking about. You said the picture.
Yeah, because you got 1,000, you be lit.
Yeah, you said the picture I took, so that's why I was.
Oh, my bad.
That one was DR. That was actually my birthday.
Look at you.
It was actually my birthday. Yeah.
How'd that go?
Because that was nice. It was beautiful. Man.
You know, Kwame. You know, he had the whole tour. I'm like,
yeah. It was dope, man. It was really dope because my son was there with me. That was really.
Oh yeah.
That was a highlight. That was a highlight of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was dope. Yeah.
That's it. That's all you got for us.
I mean,
that's actually kind of lame.
You saw the video, right?
Yeah. Well, they
got a recap for you, motherfucker.
Kwame had the pass. Yo, he was like, unless you got one of these.
Oh yeah, the passport.
Yeah, the passport.
Kwame gonna tell the story. You know what I'm saying? Leave it up to him. You know
I'm actually mad. Fucking finally got a passport, and I haven't got a chance to use it yet. My trip got canceled during fucking COVID. I was supposed to go to Punta Cana, and I didn't get a choice.
Is that where you were?
No, we were in not Santo Domingo. It was Santa Plata, I think.
Now, how's that work? Because I know DR is dangerous. Like, how would y'all?
I mean, it was cool. It didn't seem dangerous at all.
No? How deep were y'all?
We was pretty deep, man. It was like
that's why
14, 15 of us.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. And that was like the mansion we stayed in that picture.
Yeah, that mansion was fire.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like, you know, Kwame, he went through the whole joint.
He made a tour.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was dope. It was exciting. The last trip we was on, I just went to Vegas. That's where I just came from.
So something
How was
Vegas
that?
and L.A. That was cool.
Something light for
I
somebody
love
like
LA.
you.
Crazy. It was cool. It was we was on tour. You know, Blaze G was on tour with Fuego Bass.
Okay.
So that was one of the stops. Went there. It was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, Vegas was a good time. Vegas.
Yeah, it was hot. It was like 120, 125.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
You go to the Strip, you go to Fremont, though.
Yeah, we didn't. So we didn't make it to Fremont.
It was a
this time,
drier
but-
heat, though.
Yeah,
It's
it was drier heat. And we just kind of stayed. So the hotels are all. There's one hotel that's all connected. You can like walk through that and just stay in the AC. So we're pretty much what we did.
That's lit.
And then we went to LA. LA is not my favorite place to visit. I don't know
See,
why.
I love LA.
You love LA?
Yeah.
It's always it's like depressing sometimes because it's all those homeless people.
Yeah.
It just
Rich
always
homeless, though. They don't look like our bums.
Well, I seen a guy with a fucking tent, a tent that looked like a mansion. He had a huge tent. It was huge. Like I'm like, damn, how many rooms you got in there? It was big, but yeah, it's like L.A. If you're not in the in crowd, you're gonna be bored.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like you don't. It's like dull. There's nothing going on unless you know somebody that tells you go over here. There's gonna be a big party over here. It's gonna be this is a nice club you can go to or something like that. Other than that, if you don't know, it's just.
I'll tell you this much, stay out of West LA.
Huh?
Stay out of West LA.
Okay, thanks for that.
Because West LA is where the community hangs out of.
The community.
The LMNOP community.
Okay.
That's what that's their world.
Gotcha.
So definitely gonna go over there.
Is that like Beverly Hills and all that? No.
Beverly.
Yeah, you about to open up a can of worms on here.
Yeah, no, right. I'm about to get canceled before I even get my shit, like everything started.
Yeah.
Nah, but I've been to Huntington Beach. That was a cool beach. And then I think I actually did go to the 90210, like with all the.
Okay.
That was cool out there. You know, so it was a good time. Definitely suggest going to see the Golden Coast because it's literally a Golden Coast by a certain time because you get the golden hour, but it lights up the whole coast.
Yeah.
So.
Having like golden showers and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you know what I mean? Turns the water yellow, just going for it.
Crazy shit.
Ta-da.
Oh man. That's crazy.
So, what's everyone watching?
I'm watching. This is funny. I'm watching a show called The Average Joe.
I feel like I've seen
The fuck is that on?
It's on BET Plus, but it's good though. It's so it's funny. Ironically, it's about a plumber whose dad died. Right, his dad was it's kind of like the story of my life. Like plumber, my dad died. Well, anyway, he his dad stole $10 million from the Russian mafia, and the Russian mafia is after him after the son for it. And it's Dion Cole. You know who Dion Cole is? A comedian.
Yeah.
He's on what's that show with Blackish? He's on Blackish. You know who he is? Can't you Google him?
Dion.
He's a comedian. He's funny as hell. But the show it's intense. It's action packed. It has some some funny
What's
parts
his
to
last
it.
name
But
again?
Cole. It's
right.
Deon. Oh yeah, right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. He looks like somebody's uncle.
And he's the one that they're after?
He's the main star. Yeah, he's the main
Anyone
character. Yeah.
hasn't seen him. Yeah,
Average.
you don't know all the Old Spice commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
an Old Spice
Oh,
guy.
for real?
Spice,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's funny too. His comedy's funny. The stand-up
No,
Netflix special is pretty funny.
You know, I like.
Average Joe.
It's
I'm
insane.
about to look into that.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching. What y'all watching?
I just finished up Peaky Blinders. So
What's that
The hell
about?
is that?
Peaky Blinders is
You never
about,
seen Peaky Blinders? Yeah, I haven't watched the
creepy.
last season, but
It's insane.
nah, it's about
People
like
peeking through the blinds.
Nah, it's about like London,
Peeping
like
Toms.
London gang, pretty much mafia back in like the 1912s
Gangs
or
of
whatever.
London. Gangs of London is pretty dope.
It's back in like the World War
after World War One.
Yeah, after World War One.
So it's after World War One. This dude comes from the war and basically takes over. I forgot what part of London. I think it was like Birmingham, London.
Yeah.
Dude just dude just takes over the whole that part of, and then he making powerful connections. It's
What's
basically
that
like,
on?
Netflix. 6 seasons, so you can binge it if you're a binger.
Peaky Blinders, huh?
Yeah,
A lot of killing and stuff.
Oh yeah, but it's a lot of like, this dude's a genius and it's a lot of dope stuff. You know what I mean? And it's based on a real events. So you can like Google Peaky Blinders and like, you know.
Oh, it's kind of like Boardwalk Empire back in the day. That show was based on the Prohibition days and shit like that, and it had all the gangsters in that show. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, this shit was dope though, but it keeps you entertained and busy because there's a lot going on. If you're like someone like me who likes more than one storyline.
Yeah.
It's like different shit going on. You know what I mean? It's like this guy's like doing this girl's doing this. Like so it keeps you busy, keeps you like wondering what's gonna happen next. What you watching?
Last thing, Secret Invasion was the last thing I watched.
The Alienation shit. Huh? You into the alien shit?
I watched Secret Invasion too.
It was kind of trash to me.
Yeah,
What's that about?
It wasn't the best.
It's with Samuel L. Jackson, and there's like an alien race that's infiltrated society because they're able to.
You talking about is that the Marvel thing?
Yeah.
I was actually just watching that at Frank's house.
So I think the
Fury, right?
Yeah. I think the thing that makes me still not like hate any of it is simply because I was a comic book fan.
Hate it.
So just being able to see that shit played out to any degree.
Was that actually a story?
Dope. It was, yeah.
Okay.
They change everything to fit the Marvel Cinematic a little bit more, but it's all derived from the comics.
Okay.
Everything that we've seen one way or another, they just like changed it. So like for instance, Thanos. In the Avengers shit, he was trying to do equality for the universe, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Equalize shit, balance it out. That's not why he did it in the comics. In the comics, he wanted to court Lady Death because Lady Death's an actual character, like the Reaper or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The god of the dead, and he's like in love with her.
Oh.
So he's like, you know what? She gets more powerful the more soul she has. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, just to show you my love, I'll kill half the universe right now so you get more powerful. Snapped his finger, half the universe is gone.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So they changed it up and shit for the movie.
Yeah, because he did it for love.
Yeah, but to still see, like, I can understand how that probably wouldn't have worked in a movie.
Let me ask y'all something. Since Thanos was doing dumb shit over love, do you
sucker for love ass trick?
Yeah. Do y'all believe that you have to be in love to be in a relationship?
No, not at all. I think
is that a thing nowadays?
It depends on how you're looking at the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're with somebody because you love them, that's one thing. But you can also just be with somebody that maybe y'all like don't love each other, but y'all work well together, or you decided that you are fit for each other to be partners.
Like, does the fairy tale thing still exist to that degree? Like, can't you just love a person and still have all the amenities that come with loving a person? So, give you an example. There's people that are in love that don't need to go nowhere. Then there's people that love each other and they're flying all over the world. Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's basically like you when you put it like that, it sounds like you're loving what this person can do for you, not who this person is. You know what I mean? Like you with a guy that can fly you, or a girl that can fly you all over the world and buy you designer shit. It's like I'm loving.
But what if they're not even thinking of it like that? Like, what if they're like?
Yeah, but what happens when
you say fly all over the world? What do you mean?
Like just fly, like yo, we're gonna go.
So I'm just using that as example. I'm not even. So let's just say you're actually in a relationship and you do love the girl and she loves you. How many people do you think are actually in love while they're in a relationship nowadays? Like in love, like where it's like.
Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of relationships start off first in like or in lust.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then lust turns into love because the whole sexual thing, the body chemistry and all that. And they all want to take ownership of each other because they smash it. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually it evolves into love. Like a lot of, especially women, they get into. I mean, guys do it too. They get emotional, but they get into it. They know what they're doing when they get into it. No, we're just gonna be fucking. This is gonna be cool. Da, da, da. And then the next day they're in love. You know what I mean? They can't stick to the script. Yeah,
because the pussy was good.
Yeah.
Now, are they in love or they just love what's happening?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Or they just in lust.
I think they're in lust at first, and then I think then it becomes territorial.
On the flip side, though, I feel like you see a lot more on like social media outlets of like kind of restoring traditional values and kind of like being trendsetters.
You do see that?
Yeah, I see a lot of wife and husband things that are doing TikToks together.
Definitely people that's in love, and you know what I mean.
And talk about how
I think people are lying.
You think people are lying?
Yeah,
they definitely could be. They definitely could be.
I think there are people who are in love, but I also think that there are people who are like they realize like that's really not a big deal. Like I love this person and this is working. You know what I mean? And I don't think a lot of people have experienced being in love because then it becomes unconditional.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. So if that person that they're lying to, saying that they're in love with, and that person leaves, you don't think that the other person would be hurt by that?
So that's what I'm saying. So I don't think you could, when you're in love, I don't think a breakup can happen.
So you think being in love is a forever thing?
It's unconditional. So that means whatever comes with the scenario, you're like, Nah, that love triumphs.
So
this.
you would say,
but when it's just regular love,
so
it's
you
like,
can
nah,
say
this ain't working.
you can say real love has probably always existed on a minimal level throughout life.
I think a lot of people haven't experienced real love. I think because love is a vibration.
They think they have.
Yeah,
they haven't
right.
really experienced it.
They haven't. Yeah, and I think that's where you get a lot of like broken homes. Because as soon as something doesn't live up to somebody's expectations, it's like the love goes out the door. So where was it love?
I think a lot of outside influences though always break up.
But
at least cause the first.
But in love doesn't
100%.
But in love you can't come in between that.
So it depends
Social
on
media is one of them.
So yes, but I do believe sometimes that real love and it easily.
You should have been here if you wanted to disagree.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Amani
So
Johnson.
she was supposed to have been over there.
Yeah.
So she disagrees.
I do feel like at the end of the day though, if you don't love somebody, then you don't care anyways. You know what I'm saying? So but outside influences start planting these seeds, or putting a chink in the armor, and so forth and so forth, to where that person that is in love, if you're really in love, you will. If there's something that's making you feel upset, you're going to address it. If you're not really in love, you ain't going to address it. You're just going to let it continue.
Not the addressing part, but the sabotage.
I'm just saying but addressing something could sabotage your relationship.
Not real love can't be
something out of nothing.
sabotage.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
a person who loves. Listen,
I just think it depends on your strength or your weaknesses as an individual and your own insecurities that could cause.
But then it's not
love.
unconditional. If you're worried about how you're feeling about it, it's not unconditional.
I do agree with you. I think to that level, there probably almost doesn't exist at all then, because there's always something that
it exists.
If a dude hollers at your chick when you're out, you may in any normal circumstance not pay it any mind, but maybe somebody just says something or does something just a little extra, to whereas y'all you make it extra, but then y'all beef about it later on. So you're trying to tell me you let dudes just holler at you? You know what I'm saying?
Think so. Even in that case, right, a boy is going to be upset with that.
Yep.
Right, but a man has already grown past and realized he wants somebody to holler at him.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be with somebody that nobody?
Disrespectful though.
No, even in so like that. It's up to her when she does from there. But who wants to be with somebody that nobody wants?
No, true that.
It's flattering.
You know what I mean? I remember Ice-T saying something while he was dating Coco. He was like, "Who keeps a cover on a Ferrari?" It's like one of those types of things. It's like, yo, I'm happy my lady looks as good as she does and attracts who she attracts. Now, what she chooses to do with that attraction, if what she does with her attraction is on her now. But I'm not going to live my life stressing about who she's attracting and how she's engaging and all that. And that's unconditional love, though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It becomes possessive when it's just regular love. It's like, well, that's my object and that's my possession, and who else?
Yeah, it's more a love of object than it is.
It's obsessive and possessive, but that's my perspective on it. I was just asking because I feel like women are chasing a fictitious love, like the fact that I gotta be married. It's like
it's all for the social media.
Yeah, I was gonna say I agree
picture.
with I though. So she's saying unconditional doesn't exist in a romantic relationship. I kind of agree with that.
That doesn't make sense.
What I'm saying though, there's always conditions.
You can't even have romance with because when you're.
But there's conditions in relationships. There's condition. No. I'm saying it. Well, if you're just being romantic, then I believe one could definitely not love unconditionally. One can just be in it.
Romance is going to cause you to be.
So, but what I'm
and
there
it's
could be someone that are
unconditional.
just in it for the sex, though. Is what I'm saying. So
then it's not romantic.
That's a sexual relationship.
But all right, so I don't know what she means by that. But what I'm saying is what I'm talking about conditions on like a traditional romantic relationship, like when y'all intimate with each other. Because one condition is I don't want you fucking anybody else.
Right.
I don't think that, I don't think that you have to like state that.
No, you shouldn't have to state that. But it's just because you don't have to state it doesn't mean it's not a condition.
I think that if that's on your mind, then you're not in love.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm just saying.
But when you're dealing with,
it's expected.
No, it's not.
You don't think it's expected in most relationships? Maybe not all.
No, I'm not.
It's expecting you not to fuck somebody else.
You're my boy. You're like a brother. I'm not expecting nothing other than you to just be that.
Well, that's unconditional love.
No, this is what the fuck I'm talking about.
Right, but because
I'm not.
We're not intimate.
Hold on, slow down. But that's
changes.
a relationship, right? So what I'm saying is, I'm not setting expectations for you because you're your own being.
Right.
Now, what you choose,
and I do the same with you. But we're not. And let's be adults here. I'm not intimate with you.
What I'm saying to you is, even if you're intimate with a woman, and the moment that it becomes that is the moment you recognize that it's not unconditional. That's all I'm saying.
Rose go without saying. Like I know part I play, what position I play. And I know
Yeah,
what
like I don't
can
have.
and can't do. You know what I'm saying? What I'm supposed to.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. But that in a sense is still conditions. Because it's what is I can't even talk right now. Expected as like, I don't know, a rational human being or whatever, but conditions are still like restrictions in a sense. You know, or still like guidelines that you're going to follow.
I just don't think you should have any. I think that person should already have their own respect for what you ask.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Their own respect and morals.
Unconditional love.
Right. So, but what I'm saying is though is that,
Right.
but that's why I disagree. Or I agree with what I is saying.
She brought in the word romance. You
Yeah,
can't. Romance changes the whole
But
skin.
romance and intimacy is the same shit.
No, romance is not. And to be romantic, you have to care past the level of lust.
I clarify. Are you talking about romantic in a specific like romance scenario? Or are you talking about if y'all fucking? Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, if you're talking about
See, so she's saying she's on the same page with what I'm saying.
Yeah,
she's
the
not looking at romance as just romance. She's talking about
No,
being
she's
intimate.
thinking about herself.
She's talking about being intimate. is
She's
what I'm
talking
saying.
about herself, though.
No,
once
I
someone
know what she's
crosses
talking about.
your
your own personal
your own person. So she's already dealing with possession. So this is what I'm talking about.
So you're saying that at the end of the day, you can be in an unconditional love situation to where there wouldn't be any expectations.
It's unconditional. You're not expecting
But I'm saying
conditions.
you're still going to expect your woman to behave in a certain
No,
manner.
you're not even thinking
or
that.
it's not going to work for you.
You're just not thinking that.
No, she gonna behave that way. It doesn't even
So
matter.
you never think that way.
I don't think that way. I'm not going through my lady's phone. I'm not.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
I
doing-
never did none of that shit.
I'm
either.
saying
Yeah.
I have real unconditional love. She's free. If she, well, we're on the rocks right now. But I'm saying, let's just say she called me right now and was like, I'm going out. I'm not expecting her to conduct herself a certain way. Do what you want to do. And until I find out otherwise, then we'll deal with it then. I don't have expectations for her. She should have expectations for herself. She's her own individual.
But I guess at the end of the day, when she does these things, right, on her own accord, with things that you don't agree with.
No,
what
I'm
is
still
that?
going. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I still deal with it.
So again,
cross that bridge when it comes to it.
But both people don't have to be loving each other unconditionally. One can love one.
Then you shouldn't be
unconditionally.
together. That's
I
the
agree.
grand point.
I agree 1,000%. But my point is though, right, is that in that scenario, the person that's loving unconditionally, if she still does something fucking like super sus, like you find out she gives her number to a dude, or you find out that they made out in a fucking hallway, alleyway, or some shit. Like, what are you gonna do then?
Trust me, there's been all types of random. Women are going to be women, and men are going to be men.
Understandable.
At the end of the day,
But
so
I'm still saying there's going to be a level of toleration that you're going to have. It was on her to make those moves. Maybe you ain't worrying about it, but it doesn't mean about the reaction to what is transpired.
So in unconditional love, the way it plays out for me, doesn't
I'm
mean,
also just trying to make convo, so don't.
I know.
I'm listening.
The way unconditional plays out for me is if said person does that, all that does is validate that she or he doesn't have unconditional love. It's not that I have expectations, is that you're actually showing me what it is.
I see what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't
and I
have to
agree.
be spoken. I shouldn't have to live my life like Hitler and be fucking.
Which is how
be a
I try not
communist.
to. I tried to live the same way. Like I'm not checking your shit. I'm not worried about where you got to do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like when my mother, my children used to go out.
I
with
don't
shit,
have
I was never texting. Where are you? When you coming home? Never. Never even a peep from me.
My only expectation is that there shouldn't be expectations. That's my expectation. How about that one? So you're right. I do have expectations. None. That's my expectation. I don't live my life trying to
or I would say
control somebody.
I only want to be in a relationship with somebody that I don't have to have expectations.
And then there's that.
You know what I'm saying? Otherwise than that, I ain't fucking with it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I'm at the point in my life where I don't need it. So if I do invite it into my life, it's got to be something that only adds. I don't ever want anything being taken away because you're in your feelings.
Right. I don't
You
think.
know what I mean?
I don't think that like, and I could be wrong. Again, this is my feeling, but I don't think you could just throw away love.
No.
It doesn't matter what the person does. There's niggas that go out here cheat, and that woman is still there.
I think.
Not saying that warrants that she deserves that. No. It's just she's showing what unconditional love is, where it's like, you know what, he just don't get it.
She can still love you and not want to be with you, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I would say at the end of the day, you know, there's definitely different approaches from, I think, the kind of stereotypically from men and from women. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree. Like, you shouldn't have to be worrying about these individual things if people are conducting themselves already as rational, I don't know, good people, I guess. You know what I'm saying? If I got to start checking up on you and shit like that, I don't want it.
Right.
I'm all set.
Now, he's saying I should be able to call you out on your shit, right?
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
are you calling somebody out on their shit because of the way it's affecting you, or are you calling somebody out on their shit because of the way it's affecting us?
I would say
that's the difference.
I call people out on their shit for what they're talking about.
Is it affecting y'all as a whole, or is it
Nah.
affecting you?
So I will
that's
say
what most people do is because
So-
it's affecting them.
Yeah.
Nah,
because
if I'm in a
like I said,
so
social media or their friends and they're embarrassed or whatever, so now they gotta call you out on certain things.
So it depends on the scenario, though. If you're asking me my opinion, I'm gonna give you my real opinion. It may not align with yours. Doesn't mean I
So
won't.
now it's asking. That changes the things.
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit.
I'm about to say because I might not. I will defend you
Yeah.
as my partner, my
Yeah.
whatever, my chick.
Yeah.
But I don't have to agree with. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I don't agree with, so you can get another perspective of it from somebody that you actually listen to. You know what I'm saying? Listen doesn't mean obey. Just listen as in take my thoughts into real consideration.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Which doesn't usually happen.
Right. Yeah. No, but I will say I think most.
You've seen Barbie, right?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
yet.
they don't take anybody's thoughts into any consideration.
They don't ask. You know what? You know what though? Then don't ask me.
Does Ken
That's it.
unconditionally love her?
Yeah, it showed it.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny to watch? The men who actually love the movie and don't even realize that they're the Ken. Like they're tricked. Like the women are showing you the agenda.
It's still getting
while showing you the agenda, and niggas still don't get
It's
it.
still getting mad hate,
They
though.
go in
I
there.
have no desire to even go watch that movie.
Nah, well, you don't have daughters, right?
Nah, I got a son. Oh,
yeah.
so I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter's.
But
not really
I heard
into
it's not.
Barbie.
I heard it's not for kids.
I mean, it's women empowerment, really.
Oh, okay.
It's actually good. I'm not gonna lie, but it's like,
is it like kid friendly? Or it was kind of more or less.
yeah, it's found its way to be.
Oh, okay.
I think your what was it? Did you say it was your brother?
Who?
That said he ain't never letting money be an argument in a relationship.
Yeah, it was him. Damn, you remember that?
Yeah,
it was
I do.
him.
Because you know what, I kind of listened to that.
He said that's what they agreed to because they got at least a perfect relationship to me.
No.
I don't know what goes on behind closed doors,
Mm.
but I know his mom was living there and she said she had to get out of there. She was getting nauseous. She said there was no like conflict. She said she never seen no shit like that.
No
she said
action.
you need a little
Need a little action,
friction.
little
Man.
spice.
She said just a little. Like she said this shit is like I gotta leave.
No spice, no
But make a long story short, I asked him, I'm like, yo, how's your shit so harmonious? He said, we just agreed in the beginning that the only thing that usually happens between relationships is money problems. It doesn't necessarily mean there's an actual financial problem,
Right.
but the arguments come from, well, this bill's due, or we got to pay for this. We got to, like, he said they just agreed that they would, if they were going to ever come to a head on something, that it wouldn't be that. So that kind of like removed.
I do think money is the spawn of a lot of fucking problems in
Hell yeah.
relationships,
It's
and I
when
do
there's
think,
none around.
and I do think social media
Or
also
one,
plays a
or
part in
one
that, too.
spending more than the other.
Yeah, especially social media got everyone feeling like they the special one.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
media is a
Some
big
people got to realize that they're just not. They're unfortunately the flock.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
So
in
let me tell you.
relationships, because you could share a meme that has nothing to do with you. All of a sudden, your significant other's taking it personal. Like it just was a funny meme. Like it had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean?
So I actually
that's-
refrained from that because I actually like watch people's thoughts come out, and you know where they're at. You know.
Well,
what I
yeah,
mean?
it can be that
Yeah.
too. It can be that too. Yeah, it can be.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, it happened to me. I just posted something that was funny. And
Yeah.
it was, you know what I mean?
But
I'm like,
isn't it relative to whatever?
not
Sometimes
necessarily.
no.
I mean, it can be sometimes, but that time it wasn't.
See, my mind, I will say I am one of them dudes that does think about that shit. Like if I'm gonna go post something like, will they take this a particular way?
Yeah. I mean,
nah.
well, and I think
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. You have to now. You have to
Be considerate.
Yeah, you have to be considerate because somebody be like, "Oh, that's offensive."
Because you actually care.
Yeah.
Like how
So,
about that?
Unconditionally. But if you love me unconditionally, I should be
'Cause,
able
you
to
know-
post whatever meme I want.
Well, because you know, like
expectations on my posts.
I literally was looking at Instagram today, and I was seeing individuals, people that were like posting, and I was like, well, I know where they're at, you know, just based off of, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, wow, like why do people get so like butthurt over shit? Like, and that's what brings me to what I was gonna tell you earlier, but I knew we would wait till now. Is that I realized, I was talking to Nate about it last night. I'm starting to realize that everything is relative. Like there's actually nothing happening. The only thing that's happening that causes dis-ease or discontent is the fact that it's disrupting what you're used to.
Explain.
So, like, to give you an example, let's take a really bad breakup, right? If you may be with that person and you love that person, whether you love them unconditional or not, that doesn't matter, but you love them, right? And then all of a sudden now you're not with them, and you're like, why is this happening? And you're fighting to make it work. But in reality, that could be a part of the new process. So you're wondering, like, why is this happening? Why is it was happening? Because it's supposed to. It actually has nothing to do with said individual.
So you think it was written, like everything?
It's all relative, like
for a reason.
Yeah, because I think about.
So you mean there is no free choice?
Give you an example, right? We have Armani that does engineering, right? Think about how many engineers we went through, right? But we only have Armani because me and my lady split. It'd be that crazy.
So you're not necessarily saying
because
everything's written, but
I think everything is relative. So like, there's nothing just happening for no reason. It's all a part of a bigger plan, and sometimes we just have to adjust to the change.
Or is that just the effect of different splinters of possibilities?
I think it is, but I think it's relative to the change. So like, if you're,
you know what? To be fair, if you talk about everything splintering, that means it is all relative in a sense.
It's all relative. So if
funnels together,
right. So if this belt, like if this belt just fell off the table and I pick it up and put it back on the table and it stays there, that's a part of the plan. But if I pick it up and put it there and then it falls back, clearly that's a part of something else that I'm not understanding, and I have to.
I cop that red belt. I'm seen with it somewhere, and then I get some opportunity from that. It was all purposeful.
All part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan,
All part of the design.
and we just have to like.
So I'm gonna need that.
Sometimes we just have to embrace that change, though,
Right.
because in embracing that change comes the bigger change. And you get what's a part of you. Like, that's what they say, go with the flow. That's the flow of the universe. Like, things go wrong when you're not going with the flow. You know what I mean? You get a call from your boy, and your boy's like, yo, stop here real quick. And you're like, nah, I'm going home. Just you choosing not to go there. You could have just went there for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Now, possibly he's not there tomorrow. Something happens. Or you get in an accident because you chose to go home at that time and da-da-da-da when you could have been deviated. Like, that's when, and I realized, like, when you go with the flow of shit, things are just smoother. And then when you're, like, sticking with, like, fighting against some shit, it just doesn't work. And you never realize that it's not working. You just keep fighting through the big fight, so to speak, because it's what you're used to.
What are you doing tomorrow at 7?
Are you joking? This fucking guy.
Kinda.
Just trying to find out what's going with the flow.
No, but
it was written.
Yeah, I'm trying to, just
I could be wherever.
have you turn a new page?
Oh no, I'm just saying everything's relative.
Nah, I was actually gonna say on a serious note, if you have some time, maybe we should get up and work on some.
I got
shit.
you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I won't set that in stone though. I realize if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You know what I mean?
Go with the flow.
It was coming.
Go with the flow.
No, again, I kind of agree with you because it's not even that I do. Because even if you think about it, like I make my own destiny. It doesn't mean that at that point,
what you do,
it didn't. But even that decision came from a source.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, that's crazy to think about. You can that can be traced back to the beginning of everything.
Of everything.
Yeah. To the one source. I still stand by that. Source.
To the relative source.
Wow. Yeah, we'll fuck your mind up.
Yeah, you guys got pretty deep there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nothing.
So let me tell you about fractals.
I sat here and was like,
the Mandelbrot set.
Tell me about what?
Yeah.
Fractals.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Mandelbrot set. It's basically everything is relative. That proves it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my only thing that I've ever wanted to try and find out, which I'll never be able to know in life, is just the source. I guess everybody is in a sense, right? Whether you put your faith in God, science, or a combination.
But you know why why everyone's confused about the source? Because they're forgetting that they're the source. Like, that's the kicker. Everyone's discounting themselves, looking for outside of themselves.
But can you be if it's a simulation?
But because you were written as the source. It's all stemming from
of your own shit.
It's all coming. You are the all-spark. Like, it's coming from you, and whatever you're projecting, whatever you're thinking. Yeah.
You're the main character.
So that means that at the end of the day, everything else is in a degree irrelevant.
Secondary.
Yeah. Better. Yeah.
But relative to your existence.
Yeah, that's making the story that. I got you.
I mean, is this a story? You're
Just being frank, people. This is what we do. Like, we go.
She called us type A.
Type.
What is that?
I would say that's
the worst.
not. I'd say that makes us not type A though.
No, we're not type A.
If that-
Actually, she ends up being type A.
Yeah.
Is that just being Frank slang or what is type A?
Type A is like type A personality is like the typical personality that fits into.
Or
all,
it's not even necessarily that too. It's like we had a scenario of things in your control and out of your control, which is kind of relative to this, right?
Yep.
And trying to be as prepared in or controlling of the situations you think you have control of, or just accepting completely that you have no control over any anyways. So march out there without a jacket on, and fuck it.
Yeah.
And it actually just might not rain.
It could also pour.
Again, what I was saying before about the
And then
external
you get sick.
issues.
So that
and
makes
you
you
die.
type A? Because
That's what she called. Yeah, that's
because my only point is that I understand you can't control shit,
But he
it
wants to
doesn't mean
plan.
you can't be prepared.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can't control it's going to rain, but I can't control whether or not I bring an umbrella.
Yeah.
And I
You
was
know what I'm
telling
saying?
them to let it go.
Just let it rain.
Just if it does, it does. But most likely it won't because you're not
Nah,
even.
but say the shit is for at least my life, right? And maybe I'm the problem with this, right? When I decide to
This
let
is
it
where
go,
you get type A
and just
issues.
do it. It fucking rains, and I got soaked, and I'm like, I could have just brought the fucking umbrella. It was right by the door, But I just let it go.
Yeah, but clouds.
Let it go.
But clouds come before the rain, like literally.
So what does that mean?
So you'll know
like it's
about
go-
the rain.
No,
Like, there's sun showers.
But
I mean
hold on,
that
hold
as
on,
an
hold on.
entendre.
No, but I was about to say because I got also
Like,
harassed
things
by
get
that.
dark
'Cause,
before-
I'll look at the weather and see what the weather's gonna be, or I'll do a GPS to see if there's any accidents on rope.
Yeah.
And there's like, you just gotta let shit go.
I'm saying that dark times will always happen right before you're actually supposed to reign supreme.
Okay.
Like that's how you know you're leading up to take control, take
You
the
need to
reins,
get soaked
Okay, I got
before
it.
you
Take the
can
reins.
get dry.
to take the
You
reins.
said dark times gotta.
Dark clouds always like what did I say? I don't even
So you
remember.
said dark
Yeah,
time.
it was dumb.
Dark. It was dumb.
Dark times gotta happen before you can rain.
Yeah, dark clouds always come before the rain. That's what I said.
So
That's in a song somewhere.
So
I
that's
bet.
what you're saying, entendre. I thought you.
So you think?
Yeah, like the rain.
Yeah, I got you.
So you think
Duran.
So you think Spence is gonna be great after that ass whooping he just took?
No, I think Crawford.
I don't really know about either of these boxers.
Me neither.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know about him until I watched the fight, and I know that Crawford made the doctors stop the fight because he whipped his ass so bad.
Yeah,
I know that much.
He did do him filthy.
Like, he had 3 more rounds, and it was just. And you could hear the commentators. They're like, "Yo, this is brutal."
Yeah,
Like,
he
someone
was-
needs to
Oh,
stop.
you know
Spence
what? I
was
think
talking
now
about
that you
trash,
say that, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
this past.
He was
past
dope.
Weekend.
He was dope.
It's
Crawford.
funny too because I literally just watched a video about boxers who died in the ring.
Who died in the ring? I know there was one. There's been a couple.
Yeah, but a little bit more older fights. I would say maybe the latest being from the 90s, but
Some of those guys like fought hundreds of fights. Like, that shit's
well,
crazy.
there's this one. I can't fucking remember the names because we're talking about it now. But I guess the dude really is gay in real life, right? But it was back in the day, so like that shit wasn't helping his fucking shit. He was getting hated on because of it or whatever. Didn't want to be made fun of, so it ended up getting him real fucking pissed. The dude he fought, he ended up killing him in the ring. But that dude that
The
he
gay
fought,
dude killed him.
the gay dude killed the other dude, right? But
Is that
but the dude-
gay bashing?
Yeah. But the dude that he killed had also fought just like 3 months prior and almost like got killed in that fucking fight. So they're like,
So he wasn't right.
he shouldn't have been fucking fighting. You know what I'm saying? But then it showed the dude years later, like present day, the boxer that killed the other one, like he wasn't really trying to get. No one thinks they're gonna really kill anybody. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to knock the motherfucker out. But he had to he made amends with the dude's son, and that shit was like heart wrenching. You know, because that takes a big person on the son's part.
Could
too,
you do? I was about to ask you.
Yeah.
Could you do that?
I mean,
I couldn't even box like that and be friends after.
yeah. I feel like I couldn't even like, fight you.
Yeah, the UFC guys, I don't know how they shake hands after. Like you just try to kill me
It's
in
a
this damn
job.
ring.
It's a job
Yeah,
at the end of the
fuck
day.
that, which, like you
Now,
said,
a lot
you
of
know
them
what you signed
show
up for.
a lot of them show mad love to one another.
Yeah, they
and
do.
Respect.
They
You know
do.
what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
I think if I'm fighting you, I think I'm all set.
Yeah, I have to be really upset with you. I want to win, and then I'm gonna be upset with you after, and I don't know.
Again,
Unless you're
that's
like my brother.
Well, there's Rocky and
fighting. And
there was Rocky and Apollo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's sportsmanship. They sportsmen, so
Sportsmanship,
yeah, I guess.
principles, and morals. Because
Yeah.
You know, my generation will go fight and then go
get a gun.
You think?
Go get a gun and go. Yeah, correct.
But like, look at Crawford and Spence, right? Crawford beat the dog shit out of him, and then the guy who beats the dog shit out of him, goes up to him and says, "You fought a good fight."
Yeah,
that's like highly disrespectful.
I already gave him the belt back too.
You did.
He did?
I already gave him one of the belts back.
Oh, well, yeah.
They were like friends, right? Were they
No.
boys? No, there wasn't boys at all.
His face.
I heard he.
Look at his
something-
face.
I seen something where he. Can you look that up? He gave him his belt. But he gave him one of the belts back. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw something online.
He knocked him down, I think, twice in one round.
He beat his ass effortlessly, like
It was a heartwarming moment in the ring.
heartwarming. I was mad. I was like, Spence, come on, man, you gonna come back? And it just wasn't happening.
Yeah, he still had
This
3
is
rounds.
dope as hell. We could watch TV on the podcast.
This guy's walking around fine and he cuts over the
I'm
fence.
sure this like settles a lot of arguments, huh?
Yeah, it did. They made him pound for pound. They said he's the greatest pound for pound.
I'm saying being able to have the computer here watching this.
Oh, yeah,
he can
hell
just look
yeah.
shit up. You guys arguing. He can just look. Wait, no,
Yeah.
that's not true. That's false.
Yeah, our dude that's usually here, he's always saying that we're wrong about some shit.
And we be wrong a lot of times. I will say, I'm like, how the fuck do you know about all this shit? It's amazing. He's like an idiot savant.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was thinking.
Two-pieced him up.
So he was looking like Martin after Martin fought.
Oh, he almost had him right there in the face, too. Oh.
He's tearing him up.
Yeah, I just want to get the hit with the fucking...
Did you get to the part where he told him he fought a good fight? Where he hugged him, had the heartwarming moment.
Afro looks moist.
He said Afro looks
On the
moist.
top of his head.
Oh. Yeah, he...
Yeah, he was tearing him up.
Yeah. He's like, nope, that's it.
Said he gave him one.
Yeah, so that's so niggerish right there.
Right.
Pull my jewels out. Hold on. Yeah, I guess they had like a press conference after or something like that, and they showed a video of him giving the belt back to him. I don't know if that was fake or what, but
That was brutal.
dime. See if I can look it up.
Yeah.
So is that worse?
Yeah, I would be like, get that fucking shit away from me. I lost. Like, don't be showing me no pity.
You know what?
It's crazy, though, because boxers back in the day used to fight so much.
Oh, it might have happened right there.
Yeah.
This is after the fight?
Taps him up and he hands him the belt. I'm guessing it's after. I don't know.
Oh.
Nah, he turns back around and gives it to him. I forgot.
Oh, so he does. I think he did because
Yeah,
it said it at the bottom.
Yeah, he
Much
gave it back.
respect.
Yeah, he gave it back to him. I don't know what.
Frank, you
what
better
that
be
was
careful. You know they'll stop your stream. Like,
I've been trying to.
Oh, why? Because this is on his stream.
Like
Well, so that's on. I could put it on the stream. So I've been
you
trying to
gotta,
cut and
yeah.
back and forth with it.
like
I think-
YouTube don't play.
Oh, you
I
can
think I
show
gotta-
people that. The people
Yeah, I
watchers can
was.
Look at what we were
Yeah,
watching.
they were.
Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty dope.
yeah. We don't fuck around, dude. I try to make sure this
Command
shit's
center is official.
set up. So the dope
Stargate.
shit is
Look
I
at
have the scenes changing automatically too, but
Yeah.
usually I is here switching all that shit and doing a lot of the shit.
That's
You
dope.
know what I mean? So it's a little bit more hands-on. When she
Instead,
ain't
she's
here,
on there
goddamn it.
talking shit.
Right.
No call, no show, then she's talking shit on the podcast. That's
What'd y'all call it? I am I?
I and
I.
Oh, I and I.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's make sure before we go, any websites or anything promo wise, you know what I mean? Make sure you get all that out there.
Website p4pvending.com. That's P for the letter P, number 4, letter P, vending, the ing at the end .com. Go up there, you go on there, you can order your vending machines from me, or if you want to, want me to put a vending machine in one of your locations, I can do that too. You can reach out there. My phone number's on that website. You can actually reach me at Howuwantit 413 on IG, and Shamall How You Want It on Facebook. I don't have Twitter, nothing like that. But just Facebook, IG.
And for the clothing?
You can go Move Makers Gear on IG. So look up the.
Who got the Force to Win stuff?
That's Frank. Because Frank has a podcast called Force to Win.
Yeah, I gotta go check him out.
Yeah, he got a podcast. Him and
I'm about to
Letitia.
actually book him again so he can promote his
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Him and Letitia, they got a podcast. They've been doing really good. They've been killing it.
That's what's up.
Interviewing a couple celebrities and stuff like that. Yeah. So
that's dope as shit. Shout out to him.
Hell yeah. Shout out to the whole Making Moves camp, man.
We have most of y'all. I don't know who we missing. We did.
Y'all get Blacksmith, Blaze G.
Blaze.
So Black
we
hasn't
have
been featured, but
he's
Black
been
came over
here
with details.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get Blaze G on here.
We have
Blaze is old spot.
Blaze?
Yeah,
we have
old
Blaze.
spot.
We
So
can have him on
everybody.
again, but we got to get Black not by himself, but where it's his interview.
Featured.
Because he came here and he talked a little shit.
Berto Bravo, Miss Chic.
Yeah, Berto's what up? Shout out to Berto.
We didn't have Berto.
Miss Chic, she's out of Boston. She'll
Yeah,
come
I
out.
remember her.
Yeah,
We
she's
didn't
doing
get-
her thing with the girls too.
All y'all
She's got, like, a whole
motherfuckers
girl
want to
team.
come on?
Oh, rapping?
Let's get on the
She
show.
raps, yeah, but she manages a team of girls that do promotion and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
and if
GGM Global Girl Media.
And if you do want to, book, find out available time slots for the Just Being Frank show, you can holler at us through our, either our IGs or Facebook. You can also go to marvicimedia.com, send an email inquiry through there. It's, I think, contact@marvicimedia.com. But yeah, make sure you hit us up. Make sure you support.
Yes,
What I'm
sir.
saying? P for P vending.
Profit for profit.
And make sure you
Profit for profit.
Make sure you take advantage of the clothing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all that good shit, man. Thank you very much for coming out to the show,
thanks
man.
for having
Appreciate
me,
you
man.
much.
It's
no
been a
problem.
pleasure,
Anytime.
man.
And
For
yeah,
real.
let's give it another round of applause before we go.
Yes, sir.
And whenever you want to come up and talk your shit, just let us know.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely a great episode to end on. I take my leave.
That's what it is, man. Good luck in all your endeavors and all that good shit.
Yeah, we could Zoom. I'll be in.
I was gonna say you could do it via satellite.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
That'll be actually be cool.
We got those capabilities.
See the palm trees in the background.
Yeah, for
sure. That'll be dope.
I need that shit.
About to take a pic.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
the-
Make sure we get this pic here.
So we just look up at the blue light.
Yep. Let's take off the headphones. One, two, three.
Someone got the blue light.
Yep. Oh yeah, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all come back next Thursday. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're always live. You can always go back on YouTube, watch all the old episodes. We got many more great shows coming, more great artists, great people, entrepreneurs, everything and anything. We got it going on in this motherfucker. Big up once again, man. Thank you once again. Y'all have a great night. We'll be back next week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yo, details, good looks, baby. Slime Paul, you did your thing on this one, yo. Black Dan. St. Francis. Smith House, come on. I know it, yo. Yo, carry your stick for the stains. All white, that's the pick of the saint. Carry the sniff in the tank. See the data doing 6 in the clank. Pick any batter, I'ma pitch it the same. Cold water on the tabs, and then we sold the shit plain. Threw my thoughts in the ether, ate the shrooms. If she gawk, she a keeper. Watch how this life will cheat ya. Guys and righteous teachers, nomadic state of mind. Don't need cosigns and features. Breath in the life I speak of, which is the mic and speakers. I peek in the mind of seekers. They're seeking to find a rhymer with the kind of mind I sync up to ascribe the pens and lines I think of. Send a sign to the sinner state, washing they ink up. Sacrifices the same, been through the flames like the Incas. My flow, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stinker. Finger fuck to you pussies, ain't putting up with the smell you stink of. Yeah, right? Yeah. Finger fuck to you.
Yeah. Counting racks in a Civic, bouncing back the powder wrapped and I ship it an hour flat. I got the power, you a clown in your district. Now how is that? Lot of sour in your town with the biscuit. By the time you hear the sound, you hit the ground in an instant. I keep the blick close to me. This toaster a prick loaned to me. It never let him down. Said he put it on this rosary. Order salmon, I'm in the Hamptons. A bitch close to me. I let her hold the work and she never a switch. Hopefully I'm spilling the deuce. My militant group, we pop slugs and drop blood up on your Timberland boots. Be listening to the love, they saying Dylan the truth. Don't mention me in your subs, cause I don't chill in the booth. Ayo, the ball's back, you don't want no contact, the dawn snap. Running in your lawn and from the palm I let the John clap. You should see my phone bill. I'm looking for some beef, I'm in the streets like roadkill.
They tortured our son, essentially, that night. They held him captive and tortured him. They treated him like roadkill.